would throw here. Stands back near his own end zone, fires it out, and Gorkuber's got it. He's out past the 30, 40, midfield, down to the 40. He could go all the way. Oh my goodness. Here is Talon Witt. He's going to pitch it out. Now it's a pass. Mason Witt wide open as Thomas Hendricks. He's going to go for the touchdown. So it ends up being a falls. Now the Cardinals look to go on offense here. Here's Julian Ramos. He'll take a shot, and he finds it back. Now I've got a ball threaded through and a chance here. Coming up the left side, and here's a shot and a goal! Send it back over, Rupert with the dig. The Zipple, back setting for Crocht. Her hit dug out. Ramsey will set it up to Reller again. Rejected! Oh my! And work the punt back into the outer's end. Thorson trying to bring it out front. Now here's a shot and a score! Now another rebound, that gets blocked. Breakout pass, Thornburg up the right side. He's got room, takes the shot, save made. For a forward 1.5 somersault pike. He's up high on the... Well, it looked to be fairly solid there.
This move that bail as a release move is a difficult move that they want to see as one of the required skills to her Giants.
Yep, and now off and pretty a fall here for Ty Larson.
Right, worked this into a headlock.
Yep, pretty tight hold here. There you go. Oh, but Talon Witt on the weak side gets the rebound off the Grady Starzl miss. Now driving is Talon at 47-30. Under 11 minutes to go, and now a steal for Roderick to Hagstrom. Samson Hagstrom drives, and then three-point shots, and the Otters trail by just 3 at 14-11. Here's Alexandria's Ali Habala curling into the lane, sends it into the left corner where Toole is open and chills the front court. Here's Habala out top, now driving, feeding off to Helsher on the left wing. Bingo! A lot to play for in week number. The Cardinal cities to wrap up the Wednesday. The football Alexandria and Brainerd is renewed tonight, and for a second straight year, the Warriors visit the field. Hello, podcast of the Jartner football coverage tonight on the Voice live stream channel on YouTube. Access that link if you haven't by going to our Cardinal sports page at voiceofalexandria.com. We will be running in on KO for the play-by-play, as we've got a couple of options for you on our latent media platforms. JP Boline is our videographer on location from the Alexandria Area High School Stadium, and Jackson is our KXRA radio studio engineer, as I like to say, the man at Master Control. Tim Zupfer is joining me, Dave McClurg, for our broadcast tonight. And Tim, I think really an important game not only for the Cardinals, but for the Brainerd Warriors. I think the incentives for these two teams to play well tonight are different. I think for Brainerd, most notably, they want to try to, put this negative roll, at least throw a roadblock up in it, because if Brainerd doesn't win tonight, it could very well be that the Warriors will be one of those two teams in the section to play in the quarterfinals on October 21st.
Yeah, they're like Bemidji. They're probably a better team than their 3-3 record would necessarily indicate, and used to be they were one of our biggest rivals in football, and it's still a rivalry game, and I expect the Warriors to be jacked up and ready to go tonight.
The Alexandria Cardinals have won 5 straight games to go to 5-1 on the year. They had to use a different method to try to get a win against Bemidji last week, overcoming a 12-point deficit in the second half to win 36-35. It'll be interesting to see how the Cardinals respond after that close call.
I sense that the coaching staff might have had a little bit more attention with the players this week. Especially I think there's some defensive assignments that were possibly missed in that last game. That's not taking anything away from Bemidji because they really had a nice game plan and really executed offensively. But they scored 5 touchdowns on us, and that's not typical with our Cardinal defense. So I think at least on that side of the ball, I think the kids are going to be pretty focused tonight.
It should be a terrific matchup. An autumnal evening for the second Friday in October. Mostly clear skies. We should be able to get some glimpses at the now waning full moon. And bundle up as you're heading out to the stadium tonight, whether it be to Viking Bank Field or to watch your favorite high school football team play. We will keep you plugged in here on KXRA Radio and also viewable on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. The boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage are bringing you our play-by-play tonight. A big thank you to Jutna Motors for presenting our pregame show. We're going to take our first break during said pregame show. My conversation with the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal football team, Mike Empting, follows this timeout.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
From the Alexandria Area High School Stadium, our pregame coach's comments are being brought to you by Alamere Health. Dmac joined right now by the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal football team, Mike Empting. Mike, I know that your team's on a nice roll, having won 5 consecutive games. The 5th victory in succession might have been the most difficult to achieve because your team actually had to battle back. And I think it was a 12-point Bemidji lead even going into the 4th quarter. Yet your team was able to, find ways to deal with adversity and ultimately come out on top. I knew that it was going to be an excellent football game because Bemidji has been in a lot of close games as well. But how proud are you of the way your team was able to respond, coming back in the second half as they did?
Yeah, I think we showed a lot of, a lot of grit, a lot of determination, and also a lot of patience. It's really easy in a game like that if you're playing on the defensive side to, try and get, that fourth down stop on first down or on second down, rather than just play the defense, trust the process, get out of there on three downs, or whatever. But also offensively, by the coaches, by the players, again, because, it's really easy to try and, hit the big score, try to get everything back all at one time, rather than just sticking with the game plan, being patient, continuing to take what defense is giving you, working the ball downfield, which is what we did on both sides of the ball. We did. We got behind early. We had to overcome some adversity. I think it was a good game for us because, we really, after game one, hadn't faced a lot, of adversity. We haven't faced a lot of, we got to battle back. We haven't faced a lot of, we got to bow our neck here and, get a stop. Monticello was full of that, but, it's been a while. So it was good to see how our guys were going to respond, especially coming from behind late in the game. And then what I really loved was, after we got the stop there with about 4.5 minutes to go, we took over offensively and, we were able to do what we needed to do to pick up the first down and end the football game with the ball in our hand. I think that was really huge that we didn't give the ball back. We took over with about 4.5 to go and we didn't give Bemidji the opportunity again to try and score.
Yeah, I believe in some circles that's referred to as the 4-minute offense when you're trying to milk enough clock and get the other team to take the timeouts on defense, and ultimately you're able to move the sticks frequently enough. But yeah, going up to that point, Bemidji had been marching, down the field. I do want to ask, and maybe this is a difficult question to answer, Bemidji initially showed a field goal opportunity down by 1. I think they were going to try about a 26, 27-yard field goal. And then after a timeout, Coach Stoffel changed his mind and decided to put the offense out on the field. Were you kind of thinking that Bemidji was going to go for the first down all along? Because when I talked to a couple of your players earlier this week, I think that was their sentiment.
Yeah, it's hard, it's hard to, really know what goes into a decision like that. But, initially, before they called the timeout, we planned just because it looked like they were running their field goal unit out there. So we were going to, plan, for a block there following their timeout. It surprised us a bit, when we got intel that they were sending their offense back out onto the field, So, yeah, that surprised us a little bit. I think at that point in the game, we were effective offensively. We were moving the ball. There was still, like I said, 4.5, maybe just under 5 minutes left at that point. A field goal would have put them up by 2. With them, they're going to have to kick the football back off to us. We were going to take the ball with 4.5 or so minutes to go. And we were moving the ball offensively. I think, and again, I'm just speculating, but I think they just felt like their best chance to win that game was to pick the first down up right there, and then either take more time off the clock and kick a field goal with our offense having less time to go down the field, or eventually put the ball in the end zone as time was expiring. I just feel like they believed at that point that our offense was moving the ball pretty effectively, and they, again, just speculating, that they weren't very confident in their ability to stop us.
Your team was able to get the fourth down stop. I think the pitch was errant. It went onto the turf, and Alexandria recovered. Had Bemidji recovered, it still would have been a turnover on downs. But I think I mentioned to you earlier in the week, Mike, the limited opportunities that your team had offensively to pitch the ball. The Cardinals succeeded, notably Jackson Waltzing's last touchdown in the fourth quarter and everything, and yet Bemidji was a little bit errant on a couple of their pitches.
Yeah, they had, that's the thing about running that offense. There's a lot of mesh points. Quarterback is meshing with the running back coming through the line. The quarterback has to handle the ball out to the pitch. And those offenses, I know, I grew up playing in an offense like that. They practice it all the time, but that ball is still loose quite a bit. There's a lot of opportunity, and we don't do it as often. We still practice it. We just have a little bit more. We try to create more space, for our quarterback so he's not in tight. Talon's really good at it. He's, and not that, Bemidji is not, but the more opportunity, there's just more opportunity for them to put the ball on the ground. If they run that ball out to that pitch, 25 times, that's 25 opportunities to put the ball on the ground. And, chances are that it's going to happen eventually. And they did at a really tough time. Watching the video back, I think we had that one defended pretty well. Our guys were closing hard. We did, we recovered it. So, we were there. But yeah, I think either way, that was going to be a big fourth down stop for us right there.
Offensively, your team seemed to move the football. I said it in my summary, move the football at will against Bemidji's defense. In some ways, I think Alexandria's offense stopped the progress in the first half with the turnovers and everything. But it did seem like, when there were opportunities to run the football, your team ran the ball well. And then when Talon was required to throw the football, he completed a lot of his passes.
Yeah, I think we were a little slow starting both sides of the ball, and I'm not sure why, but especially offensively, once we found our rhythm, and we're very much a rhythm, very much a tempo team offense, once we kind of get a tempo going, we kind of roll from there. But yeah, once we got that going, we were moving the ball pretty effectively. And again, I think that was a big factor in why Bemidji decided to go for the first down and, try to extend their drive there late in the game.
Our special guest right now is Mike Empting, the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal football team. Our coach's comments feature during our pregame show, being brought to you by Alamere Health. Tonight, the Cardinals wrap up the regular season home schedule facing the Brainerd Warriors. This won't be the last definitive home game for Alexandria. The Cardinals likely guaranteed one, possibly two home games later on in the Class 5A Section 8 tournament. As I was looking at the QRF comparative point totals for the 5 teams in the section right now, because your team got the win against Bemidji, your team's QRF score, I believe, is in triple figures now, like 107, and Bemidji's in the mid-60s or something like that. Is it fair to say, Mike, that if your team can secure a win here, would that be good enough for a number 1 seed regardless of what happens in Week 8?
I think so. Just looking at our section record, alone, it's one of those things that I don't get too caught up in. Once the week behind us is done, I tell the kids, all the time, that was a so what, now what? We're 0-0 heading into Monday, so we're focusing on just winning this week. But we've always kind of got one eye down the road. We have to do that. And we know for sure we just have to take care of what happens tonight. And, we go through then pretty much with an undefeated section record. If that QRF ever closes to within the tie break, then we own the tiebreaker. So I feel like, we just have to take care of our business tonight, get to 1-0 this week. And then we feel good about, where we're going to be for the seeding for playoffs.
Brainerd is a football team that started off very well, I think 3-0, and then they had the loss to Sartell, which spoiled Brainerd's homecoming, which is maybe the most surprising result that I've seen in the regular season so far. And that has kind of put the Warriors on a little bit of a downward spiral because their schedule at the end of the regular season really tough. They've got Alexandria and Spring Lake Park on the road to wrap up the regular season. What have you been able to find out about Brainerd in spite of the 3-3 record that the Warriors have?
Yeah, homecoming games are tough. That's, it can be a great thing or a nightmare sometimes to prepare for. So yeah, that was a hard loss for Brainerd. They're a good football team. You don't win 3 games. You don't start out 3-0 by accident. I don't care who you play. But you're right. They've run into some tough competition here recently. They had us tonight. I think they had Monticello last week. They've had Bemidji on their schedule, and like you said, they've got Spring Lake Park next week. they're a good football team. I think the biggest thing, is it's an Alexandria Brainerd matchup, And look, we've played each other just about every year, once or twice a year, for as long as I've been in Alexandria. We know each other's programs really well, and I think there's something to be said about that, the familiarity between the two programs and the coaching staffs. You get to know a program, which, again, I think there's something to be said about when you're preparing for a program that you know really well. It makes preparation a little bit easier. It makes calling the game a little bit easier. Not a lot of surprises, so it's a rivalry game. They are definitely a team that has got some youth. Their quarterback is a sophomore. And the thing that I know, about these young kids, because we've had a number of them over the last few years for us too, is the more game experience they get, the better they become. Those young kids, they just need time. They just need to see games. They need to see plays, that sort of thing. And they get better. Here that we're near the end of the season, and their young kids have seen a lot of plays, and I just feel like, again, with familiarity and all those things, that they're better than their 3-3 record. We have to come ready to play. I think it's going to be a good football game. There's a lot at stake for them, as far as this is a district game for them. It's a section game for them. Big for seeding for sure for them. So this is going to be a game that they're going to be up for.
Without a doubt, and obviously as you talk about the rivalry, longtime Central Lakes Conference members, schools, their kids are going to be fired up to play. I know your guys are going to be fired up to play as well. Ultimately, what has to happen, Mike, for the Alexandria Cardinals to get the win here?
Yeah, I think biggest thing for us offensively, and this continues to be a theme. We were doing it really well at the beginning of the season. We've stumbled a little bit, but we have to take care of the football. Turnovers against better teams are going to hurt us. We can't give short fields, to teams who are struggling, and all of a sudden, we give them a ball in 4-down territory, and that's just the little bit of spark that they need. So we have to take care of the football. Defensively, biggest thing when you get against a team who's been struggling a little offensively, they're gonna pull out all the stops, and we even against Bemidji last week, we saw a lot of things that we hadn't seen, a lot of reverses, a lot of, a little bit of trick plays that end up being explosive for them. So we have to stay home. We got to play football, tackle well on the defensive side. They're strong in their special teams. They've got very good kicker again. So we have to we got to hold court a little bit. In the special teams area, we've been solid. We have to continue to be solid. We can't let special teams swing this thing one way or the other.
Mike, as always, good luck to you and the Alexandria Cardinal football team. Thanks a lot, and best wishes in trying to secure the district championship tonight.
Appreciate you, Dmac. Thank you.
There is the head football coach of the Alexandria Cardinals, Mike Empting. Our special guest is part of our Alamere Health Coaches Comments feature. Alamere Health, it's better here.
And we thank you for joining us for the pregame show presented by Juttner Motors of Alexandria. Juttner Motors will be along to sponsor our postgame report later tonight, hopefully after a 6th consecutive win for the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, a victory means a district championship for Alexandria. Play-by-play is just minutes away. Now, let's enjoy these words on our latent media platforms from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinals sports coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy.
They take care of their customers.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, Rx Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Better water starts with Eco Water. Get started today and discover Eco Water's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Buildings.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
From Viking Bank Field on the campus of Alexandria Area High School, Cardinal football is on the air as you enjoy the coverage tonight on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, and 105.7 FM. Thanks for watching tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. We are just moments away from the presentation of the national anthem. It is being brought to you this evening by Carlson Music Center in Alexandria. For all of your musical needs, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. carlsonmusiccenter.com. The Alexandria Area High School Pep Band, under the direction of Nick Mason, will be presenting on our latent media platforms tonight the Star Spangled Banner. Honoring of America with the presentation of our national anthem, again presented to you this evening by Carlson Music Center in Alexandria. For all of your musical needs, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. Along with Tim Zupfer, this is Dmac Dave McClurg. Jackson is our KXRA studio engineer, and we've got J.P. Boline on top of the press box here at Viking Bank Field doing the video work for our YouTube broadcast. Again, we've got double coverage, if you will, this evening with the YouTube available for watching. And if you want to just keep the radio on, that's quite all right as well here on KXRA. Our starting lineups are being brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. The Brainerd Warriors will have the ball first, so we'll see the Warriors offensive unit on the field at the start. You've got a number of seniors up front for Brainerd, including Wyatt Check, Dax Hastings, one of the captains, Madden Means, and Levi Becker, joined by junior Remy Kunkel. The position players include tight end Grant Johnson. He is a senior. The wide receivers will include junior Brady Vanek, sophomore Luke Merseth, and senior Kellen Ellingson. The running back will be senior captain Jaden Barnum, and the quarterback is one that Alexandria fans might want to get used to because he is a sophomore this year. He will wear jersey number 2 if you're watching on YouTube, and that is Bo Schwartz. The Alexandria Cardinal defense, pretty solid up front. Jack Morissette and Blake Scholl will be the two ends. Scholl is a junior, Morissette a senior. Adrian Miles and Evan Zabel on the interior. They are both upperclassmen. The linebacking core includes senior Brett Meyer, senior Brody Berg, junior Connor Wang, and senior Connor Anderson. And then in the secondary for the Alexandria Cardinals, you'll have junior Grady Starzl, senior Mason Witt, and also you've got Carson Getch in the defensive backfield for Alexandria. Getch is a senior for the Cardinals. Alexandria won the coin toss, deferred the choice to the start of the second half, so Brainerd will get the football first. As you watch on YouTube, the Warriors will defend the south end zone here in the first quarter of play. So Alexandria will flow left to right when the Cardinals have the football. Senior Ethan Carlson goes with a short kickoff, and it will bounce right along the sideline and out of bounds. So now Brainerd with the choice to either force a re-kick or just take the football, I believe, upfield at the 35-yard line. And I think it's going to be the latter here, that Brainerd will start at its own 35-yard line. The Warrior School colors are blue and white, so Brainerd wearing the white jerseys, white pants, the white helmets with the Warriors in script on the helmets. Alexandria wearing the red jersey tops, black pants, white numerals on both the front and the back of the uniform, little black on the sleeves for the trim. The Cardinals wearing the black helmets. And Bo Schwartz will work out of the shotgun here on the first down, and it's going to be Schwartz airing it out deep, and he's got a receiver open behind the defense there. That's Kellen Ellingson, and he's going to score on the first play from scrimmage. So Ellingson able to get behind the cornerback for Alexandria, and Bo Schwartz goes up top. One play into the game, it's a 65-yard pitch and catch as Kellen Ellingson is on the receiving end. And Brainerd starts on top at the very outset of this game. It took the Warriors 11 seconds to get on the board. It is 6-0 for Brainerd. And now the Warriors showing a wide formation. Now they'll tighten it up as we'll have the PAT attempt. Sawyer Riffle will try the point after touchdown. And Bo Schwartz, the quarterback, is the holder. Ball placed down, and the kick is up, and it is good. So the Warriors get on the board. One play from scrimmage, and it is a 7-0 lead for Brainerd. We will not go to a break as of yet because we'll get the opportunity to introduce Alexandria's offensive starting lineup and Brainerd's defensive lineup. So kind of bonus lineup introduction brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. The offensive line centered by senior Brendan Behrens for the Cardinals. You've got Spencer Kleindl, a senior, and junior Jensen Martinson as the two guards. Two outstanding tackles for Alexandria, both upperclassmen, captains Jack Morissette and Evan Zabel. The quarterback is senior captain Talon Witt. Brody Berg is a senior captain and a running back. The four receiver set will include junior Grady Starzl, senior Brady Gunberg, senior Mason Witt, and senior Thomas Hinrichs. Brainerd will have a three-down line front with Tristan Bissett, Aiden Hernandez, and Jason Fordyce up front. The linebackers include junior Connor Gall, senior captain Drew Herkenhoff, senior Albert Carpe, and senior Wyatt Seminette. And then in the secondary, three underclassmen, all juniors, Michael Bellevue, Jonas Rasky, and Evan Rodal. And then Cooper Katzenberger is the one upperclassman as a cornerback for the Brainerd Warriors. The ball goes through by Sawyer Riffle, and he'll bounce it into the end zone, so Alexandria will start at its 20-yard line. Mike Empting talked a little bit about the keys to the game. Our feature here is being brought to you by Alexandria Motors. And for Alexandria, again, minimize the turnovers and again, continue to do a lot what Alexandria has done in recent games, show balance on the offensive side. Brainerd, meanwhile, hoping to make some penetration. I know that Jason Freed, the head coach of the Warriors, feels that Alexandria's defensive line is one of the finest in the state in Class 5A, so trying to get some movement against that defense will be a key. Alexandria will throw the short pass as Talon Witt connects with his cousin Mason Witt, and the first play from scrimmage is a pickup of about 14 yards on the pass to the right side, and Alexandria has a first down.
Yeah, the Cardinals went with nobody in the backfield and little pitch out to the receiver there, and good blocking by Gunberg and Starzl.
So now you're going to see trips left on the formation, ball along the right hash mark, and the handoff goes to the senior captain Brody Berg, navigating over the right side of the offensive line, and he'll pick up about 3 yards.
Yeah, he got tripped up there. If he breaks that tackle, he goes a lot farther.
So it's 2nd down and 7. The Cardinals will play with some tempo. That's another thing that Mike Empting showed as part of the Alexandria Motors keys to tonight's game. He says his team works well when it's in rhythm, and we may get 5 free yards for Alexandria here. It looked like somebody on the right side of the Warriors offense or defensive line jumped too soon, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, one of their linemen did jump and made contact with our lineman, so brings up a 2nd and short. Potential to take a shot here maybe.
Yeah, really 2 plays to try to get a couple of yards here. Let's see if Talon Witt will go up top. Now you've got the 4 receiver set with 2 on each side. Talon Witt is looking to throw. He's going to air it over the middle and wide open. Mason Witt has it inside the 30, and he gets tripped up inside the 15-yard line. And that was the Warriors' Jonas Rasky, who prevented a touchdown there. But a chunk play there, and Alexandria will operate in the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone. Start seeing red with Alex Rubbish and Recycling.
Yeah, Mason just ran a deep crossing route and single coverage there, and a nice pitch and catch.
I believe that pickup will be for 49 yards, and it's 1st down and 10 for Alexandria. And now we're going to have play stopped. I think Brainerd's going to take the timeout on defense. Again, we'll keep it right here as Alexandria is in scoring territory. The Brainerd Warriors have the lead. We've had 4 plays from scrimmage right now, and Tim, we've already had 3 plays that have gone double digits. Alexandria with a 14-yard pass play and a 49-yard pass play. Brainerd had the 65-yard scoring pass on the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, on Brainerd's first play there, the quarterback did a good job of hiding the ball and just, caught our defensive back, I think, looking in the backfield, and their receiver got behind him.
So Alexandria is 12 yards away from the Brainerd Warriors end zone as it is 7-0 for the Warriors. Our scoreboard updates tonight being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. And now the Cardinals will run the football here. Brody Berg navigating for some tough yardage going over that right side of the offensive line, and he'll pick up about 3 yards. In on the stop, Drew Herkenhoff, one of the captains for Brainerd.
Yeah, Brainerd's got about 6 guys in the tackle box there, and look for Brody at some point to break a long one.
You've got 2 receivers on each side here on 2nd down and 7 yards to go just inside the Warriors' 10. Talon Witt fakes the handoff. He'll roll to his left, still looking downfield, waiting for a receiver to get open. Now he's going to tuck the ball in, working toward the sideline. He'll be inside the 5. I think he'll step out of bounds around the 4-yard line. So the keeper will net about 5 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he rolled left that time, and he had a receiver out in the flat, and then once that receiver released and the defender went with him, then Talon had the room to run.
It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 3 here for Alexandria. The Cardinals with the football inside the Brainerd 5-yard line. Brainerd in front, 7-0, first quarter. Talon Witt awaits a shotgun snap from Brendan Behrens. Here's the pitch left side. Brody Berg cuts upfield toward the goal line. He got close. He's not into the end zone, but he does have an Alexandria first down.
Yeah, the timing on that pitch was just perfect.
So the Cardinals able to convert here, and it'll be a first down and goal to go at the 1-yard line. Alexandria trying to get on the board here to offset Brainerd's opening score of the night. Talon Witt again will stay in the shotgun here. He's got Brody Berg right behind him in the backfield, almost a pistol set, if you will. Now it's going to be a handoff. Berg up to the goal line, and he
I thought he was.
Yep,
there we
he
go.
is in. It took a little bit of a delayed reaction, but Brody Berg is able to get the ball across the plane of the goal line, and the Alexandria Cardinals are on the board with a touchdown. So the Cardinals respond on Brainerd's scoring drive with a series of its own, and we've got points for both sides, and we have yet to play 2.5 minutes. 9:35 is our time remaining in the first quarter. And now you'll have Ethan Carlson in to try the extra point. Thomas Hendricks will be the holder for the PAT. Ball placed down, and Ethan Carlson's kick is right through. And we've got the Uncola score as we're going to go to the first break here in the opening quarter. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It is 7-up as Alexandria and Brainerd are tied at 7.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
The Alexandria Cardinals equal the score of the Brainerd Warriors. We're now tied at 7, again early on in this one. So no shutout tonight. Now we're going to have a bouncing kick, and this is going to be fielded at the 37-yard line as one of the Warriors' up-backs will fall on the football. That player falling on the ball is senior Ashton Smith for Brainerd. And the Warriors are going to have some decent field position starting outside their own 35-yard line. If you are watching on YouTube tonight, the Brainerd Warriors are wearing the light-colored jerseys, advancing right to left here in the opening quarter of play. And Bo Schwartz now is empty in the backfield with a quartet of receivers. Here's a pitch right side, and the receiver, Vanek, makes the catch. He turns upfield, and he should have enough for a first down here.
Yeah, kind of a similar play, a little screen out to the right side. Jack Morissette ran him down from his tackle position or end position.
That will be a gain of 11 yards, and the Brainerd Warriors have a first down. So Bo Schwartz, the sophomore quarterback, has started 2 for 2 for 76 yards and a score. He's got Jaden Barnum lining up with him in the backfield here. Now a man in motion is Vanek to the right side. Handoff goes to Barnum, works his way up to midfield and then into Alexandria territory, and then he'll be shoved back to near the 50-yard line. That should be a gain of close to 3 for the senior captain, Jaden Barnum.
Looks like we had Aiden Schneiderhan and Connor weighing in on that tackle.
So second down and 7 yards to go. Aiden Schneiderhan missed a little bit earlier in the season, was back with limited snaps last week. Here's a quick pass by Schwartz to the right side, and it's going to be wide of the intended receiver. That may have been Ellingson, but it's an incomplete pass. So now an important third down coming up for Brainerd. This will be the first third down attempt for the Warriors tonight. They've got the ball just inside Alexandria territory at the 49-yard line. We're tied at 7, first quarter here at Viking Bank Field in Alexandria. Now it's a delayed handoff. Barnum gets it, but he gets wrapped up. He twists and will actually pick up about a yard on second effort, but Alexandria was not fooled. The Cardinals were able to read that well.
Yeah, Aiden Schneiderhan again on the tackle. I think he might have been assisted by Evan Zabel.
So now the Warriors are going to bring the punt team in. Sawyer Riffle, who does the PATs, is also the punter. But again, I think Alexandria will be cognizant that this is a spot of the field where you might try a fake. However, I think Brainerd may look to improve or, flip the field position, if you will. Riffle able to get the ball. It'll be picked up by Mason Witt at the 8-yard line, tries to get to the right side of the field, now tries to spin and work to the opposite side, and he's got room to run and will finally be downed around the 20-yard line. So Riffle got off a good punt there. That will end up being, I believe, 40 yards, and then Mason Witt did cover a lot of turf, but he fielded that ball on a bounce at the 8-yard line and brought it out, I believe, to the 19 or 20-yard line. So that was pretty good work on Mason Witt's part to get a punt return of 12 yards.
Yeah, he ran about 45 for that. 12 yards.
Yes, I know. Well, he's got the speed, so he was able to show it off. Of course, we get spoiled watching Mason Witt perform, whether it be in football in the fall or basketball in the winter. He was part of Alexandria's Class AAA state champion last winter. Here is a 1st and 10. Talon Witt, also a basketball player, by the way, rolling to his right. He'll shoot it to the right, and it's tipped and nearly intercepted. Albert Carpe nearly deflected that ball for an INT, and then Mason Witt nearly caught it on the deflection. Fortunately for the Cardinals, the ball hits the turf. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, the defensive back there, Carpe, made a good break on the ball. I thought with the way lined up defensively, I thought the Cardinals might run the ball on that play. They had a light tackle box.
Yeah, and it looks like about 6 players in that tackle box area here. Receivers both ways on the 2nd down and 10, and Talon Witt's going to tuck the football in. He's got room to run out past the 30, now out past the 40. Room to go, midfield, 40, 30, down the sideline. He's still on his feet. He's going to go all the way.
Oh, he got some nice downfield blocks to spring him.
That's going to be a touchdown scamper, 80 yards for Talon Witt. And the Alexandria Cardinals have taken the lead. It's now 13-7. So Talon Witt able to work his way up the field, and he goes all the way. And the Alexandria Cardinals now have their first lead in tonight's game. And we still are only about 4 minutes and change into the game. Ethan Carlson will be in to try the extra point. Blake Scholl to snap, and Thomas Hendricks will be the holder. Ball is placed down, and the kick is a line drive, but it does find its way through the uprights. And Alexandria has the lead. We will take a 30-second break of our own. 7:41 to go in the opening quarter, and boy, we've got points here at Viking Bank Field. The numbers at the moment on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard have Alexandria leading Brainerd 14-7.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
A chunk play for Alexandria quarterback Talon Witt as he rolls to the right and works his way all the way downfield. It ends up being an 80-yard touchdown run for the senior captain. And after Ethan Carlson tacks on the extra point, Alexandria has a 14-7 lead. Now an end-over-end kick, and it's going to be bobbled, and falling on the football for the Brainerd Warriors at the 29-yard line will be Aiden Gilbert. So the Warriors will start with their poorest field position. Brainerd has actually been starting with the football outside of its own 35 until now. The line of scrimmage here will be the 29-yard line. Brainerd has run 5 plays from scrimmage with 1 touchdown, so scoring percentage 20%. Alexandria a little bit better, 9 plays from scrimmage and 2 scores, so the scoring percentage for the Cardinals is 22%. On plays snapped to this point. 14-7, Alexandria with the lead. Now we've got a man in motion, Brady Vanek to the right. Here is Schwartz. He'll look to throw right side. The receiver, Vanek, is wide open. He's got a first down now crossing midfield. He'll try to get to the near side and will be dragged down at the 47-yard line in Alexandria territory. So a chunk play there from Bo Schwartz to Brady Vanek.
Yeah, Grady Starzl, eventually the Cardinal able to bring him down.
And we're waiting to see him. This might be coming back as we had a flag come down that honestly I did not see. Personal foul is going to be called on the offense. And I think the play is going to count, and then the 15-yard walk-off from, so evidently it must have been a post-play foul.
No, I don't think so. They're marking it off back
so,
here.
Yeah, so then the play won't count. So no chunk play there, and they're going to assess the 15 yards. Actually, it should probably be about
14 and a half. Yeah, that's right.
So Brainerd now starting inside its own 15-yard line.
I'm not sure what the personal foul was, but.
So rather than a first down on the Alexandria side of the field, the Warriors now facing first down and 24 inside their own 15-yard line. Now here's Jaden Barnum getting the handoff, and he has nowhere to go. I don't think he even got to the line of scrimmages. There were about 3 or 4 Alexandria defenders in the backfield.
Blake Scholl was the first one, and
it will be a loss of about a half a yard. We'll credit Barnum with no gain there. So second down and 24 for the Brainerd Warriors. Alexandria leading 14-7. We are in the first quarter. Now Schwartz looking to throw. The reason why Tim was going ooh there is because we almost had an interception. I think Adrian Miles had it in the breadbasket. If he hangs on to that hard throw, he walks into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
And we just got an intentional grounding, so that should be lost it down, and the ball is going to go back to about the 1 or 2 yard line because that's where he threw it from when he was in Jack Morrissett's grasp.
So now it's third and extremely long for the Brainerd Warriors.
Oh, it's not the spot foul. It's half the distance. Okay.
So that'll be another 7 penalty yards there on the grounding call. So the Brainerd Warriors now with
No, they're spotting it at, he said half the distance, but they're spotting it at about the half-yard line.
So that will be a 13-yard penalty then. So third and a bundle for Brainerd. You've got Barnum and the quarterback, Bo Schwartz, now standing in the end zone. And the handoff to Barnum, he'll only get out to about the 5-yard line. So Brainerd really hamstrung itself with some penalties there to get trapped nearer the end zone. And Brainerd will have to punt now on 4th and long here.
I think we had Adrian Miles and Brett Meyer in on that tackle.
So 4th and 34 yards to go here. Sawyer Riffle will try to get off a good punt. He actually stands in his own end zone near the back line. Mason Witt standing on the Brainerd side of the field. Here's a high kick, and this one's going to take a forward bounce, and Brainerd's going to let it bounce, and it will be down at the 48-yard line. That ends up being a punt of about 44 yards for Sawyer Riffle, but Alexandria is going to start on the Brainerd Warriors side of the field, leading by 7, and we still have 6:06 to go in the first quarter. Cardinals 14, the Brainerd Warriors 7. Thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, helping to bring you our play-by-play tonight. Alexandria 5-1 going into this evening's game. Brainerd 3-3. The Warriors started off with 3 straight wins. 3 successive defeats have followed. Alexandria started with a loss at Chanhassen, a walk-off field goal at the end, and the Cardinals have won 5 in a row. Now a 1st and 10 at the 48. Talon Witt is going to fake the handoff, and now he'll roll out. He's looking to scramble, and he'll actually cross the line of scrimmage and move forward down to about the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 3.
Yeah, looked like the Warriors might have put one more player in the tackle box. Pretty much single coverage on all of our receivers, but good containment by the Warrior defensive line there.
Yeah, I think Drew Herkenhoff was in on the tackle, so it's a gain of only a yard there. They'll spot the ball back at the 47. 2 receivers on each side. Thomas Hendricks, Brady Gunberg on the right side. Mason Witt and Grady Starzl, I believe, on the left side. Brody Berg in the backfield. Quick pitch, and the catch is made by Gunberg, and he put the ball on the turf. And I think
he might have got it back.
Yep, and it will be 3rd down for Alexandria. So I think on the stop there was Adam Harrington, one of the linebackers for Brainerd.
Yeah, they just did a little quick slant there, but the Warriors rallied to the ball pretty well there.
That will be a gain of about 5, so it'll be 3rd down and about 4 here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Now you've got 3 receivers to the left side, and it's going to be a fake handoff. Talon Witt shifts, and I think he got very close to the 1st down. I think on the second effort, he lunged the ball past the line to gain. It should be a pickup of 4 and an Alexandria 1st down.
It's going to depend upon the spot. Looks like he's got it.
Yeah, they may bring the chains out to measure here. They still have not moved the ball forward. If it's not a 1st down, it's going to be 4th down and inches. But I think, yep, now they do call the timeout for the measurement here.
It's going to be really close.
Yeah, I thought Talon Witt had it without question, but nope.
Now they gave it to him.
Yep, so it will be a 1st down. So that's a pickup of 4 and an Alexandria Cardinal 1st down, and the Cards have started off 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions here.
Did we have an expedited review with one of our cameras upstairs?
Right. Quality Real Estate bringing the instant replay directly to the officials there? I don't know. But anyway, 1st down and 10 for Alexandria at the Brainerd Warriors 38-yard line. 14-7 Alexandria with the lead 1st quarter, and now we've got a stoppage in play as a timeout will be called by the Alexandria Cardinals. So each team has now used 1 timeout here in the 1st quarter. We have 3 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the period. Alexandria 14, Brainerd 7. Those are the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. I do not know an updated number from the Stay Fit tennis facility in Sartell,
that's right.
but the Alexandria girls tennis team is in action this evening, facing Elk River, a berth in the state Class 3A girls tennis tournament on the line. Tim, again, regardless of what happens tonight down in Sartell, it's been a tremendous year. Alexandria winning the conference championship for the first time ever, and if Alexandria pulls off the upset, really exciting there, but no shame in getting all the way to the section final, I believe, for the first time ever.
No, yeah, kudos to Coach Jansen there.
And we'll look forward to sharing more details with you during our Monday edition of the Alexandria Cardinal Sports Report. 1st and 10, Talon Witt now rolling out to the right, has time to throw. He's going to throw over the middle. That's dangerous, and it is intercepted. The intended receiver, I think, was Grady Starzl looking to come over, and it's going to be picked off here. I think that's Cooper Katzenberger who's going to get the INT, and Alexandria turns the ball over on the 3rd possession of the night, and Brainerd is going to start with the football out near its own 30-yard line. Actually, I think they'll put it in play at the 26.
Yeah, good coverage by the Warriors. A good break on the ball.
So the Cardinals turn the ball over for the first time tonight, and Brainerd will start at its own 26-yard line. Again, if you are joining us on our YouTube channel, the Warriors are dressed in the white jerseys, white pants, flowing right to left here in this 1st quarter of play. And Jaden Barnum, the running back for Brainerd, will get the first carry on this series, kind of twists and turns and picks up a couple of yards.
Evan Zabel, Connor Wang, 2 of the tacklers on that play.
It will be a 3-yard gain here, so Barnum only averaging about 2 yards per rush here. Bo Schwartz, the quarterback, will pitch back to Barnum, tries to get to the edge, and has some room to run. This will be his best gain of the night, and I think he's going to move forward out past the 35, but will this count? we had a penalty flag thrown down on the field. So we'll wait and see if the gain by Barnum will stand.
Grady Starzl was the tackler on that play.
Oh, it's going to be a 5-yard face mask penalty on Alexandria. So the gain will count for Barnum. That will be for 6 yards, and then the penalty will give the Warriors the first down. So that's going to move the ball out now to the Brainerd 40-yard line.
High school must be the only level that still has a 5-yard face mask.
Right. I think everywhere else it's a personal foul penalty on all face mask calls. So now we're going to have a whistle and stoppage here, and a timeout is going to be called by the Alexandria Cardinals on defense. And that will be the second timeout used by Alexandria here in the first half of play. I do want to let you know, for those of you listening to KXRA Radio, during the 9 o'clock hour tomorrow morning, we'll have the third volume of the Cardinal Athlete Profile Interview Series presented by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to head to the great outdoors to Alexandria City Park, where the Alexandria cross-country runners were training, and I got together with a couple of seniors, Quinn Hills and Izzy Nye from the Alexandria girls cross-country running team will be our special guest tomorrow morning around 9:45 for the third volume of the Cardinal Athlete Profile Interview Series. We hope you'll listen in for that on KXRA. And, of course, join us earlier in the 9 o'clock hour when Robin Trott joins you for radio's Homegrown program. Gardening and growing conversation in terms of stuff to do out in the yard, and maybe stuff to get ready for doing some indoor growing with the plants and such like that. Robin Trott is your host for Homegrown every Saturday morning between 9:05 and 9:45 on People Radio, KXRA, at 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM if you listen on the radio in Pope County. And, of course, you can also check us out through your Voice of Alexandria app, which is powered by Mission Mechanical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We extend an appreciation here to Integrity Title of Alexandria, being our signature streaming sponsor for our coverage on our YouTube channel. Now we've got a man in motion to the left. Bo Schwartz looking to air it out. He's going to pass it, and it's caught. It's going to be a chunk play, and the receiver is going to be the tight end, Luke Merseth, and it's going to be a pickup of more than 40. And now Brainerd's operating in the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone, so Schwartz able to get a big play. It's going to be a pickup of 45.
Yeah, they recognized we were in single coverage there with no safety help, and got the big play.
So a first down here, and now the Cardinals able to get a stop here, and that will be back to the 16-yard line, so a 1-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, the announcer called Jack Morissette on the play. I thought it was Blake Scholl that got him.
So it'll be second down and 11 now for Brainerd. Again, operating at the Alexandria 16. Schwartz is going to roll to his right. Has time to throw right along the sideline. I believe it's going to be an incomplete pass. Schwartz has started the night for Brainerd, 3 out of 6 for 121 yards. 1 touchdown, no interceptions.
Yeah, Cardinals had good coverage that time, and there wasn't room for the quarterback to run either.
This may be a situation, considering we're early enough in the game, where Jason Freed, the head coach for Brainerd, may bring a field goal opportunity in if the Warriors don't convert on third down. I'm sure you'd like to see the Brainerd offense do that conversion. It's going to be a delayed handoff, and the running back, Jaden Barnum, is going to be wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a slight loss on the play.
Blake Scholl and Adrian Miles in on that tackle.
Yep, so it's going to be...
Decision to make.
Yep. In my mind, I think you bring Sawyer Riffle on here and take some points when you got them. Oh, evidently Brainerd got assessed a penalty.
They had a legal formation.
Yep, so the ball is actually going to be back at the 18-yard line. 4th down and 13 yards to go, and now I think Coach Freed is going to bring his
the
kicking unit in. So we'll see A field goal attempt. It will be from about 35 yards out for senior Sawyer Riffle. Again, the quarterback, Bo Schwartz, is the holder. Jonas Rasky is the long snapper for Brainerd.
We were close to blocking the point after.
Ball placed down, and here's the kick up. It does get through, and it is good. So Brainerd is able to take advantage of the Alexandria turnover by getting a Sawyer Riffle 35-yard field goal. And Brainerd has its second score of the night. 1:51 remaining in the opening quarter, and both teams are now in double figures. It is Alexandria 14, Brainerd 10 here on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. So Brainerd able to put some points on with the Sawyer Riffle field goal. And it's now a 4-point Alexandria lead. The Warriors series, they went a little more than 50 yards, a lot of that on a chunk play, 45-yard pass completion from Bo Schwartz to Luke Merseth, which was able to put Brainerd into good scoring territory. And then the drive stalled, and it ends up being a field goal for Brainerd. And the Warriors had 6 plays on that series, going 56 yards. Some of that aided by a penalty, and now the ensuing kickoff, and it is right back at the goal line. Brody Berg comes out past the 20. Now he's down the sidelines, out past the 40, and he'll be escorted out of bounds. So
I thought that should have been a touchback.
That's what I was wondering too, because Berg actually had his heels in the end zone when he got that football, but he was allowed to bring it out, and that proved to be beneficial for the Alexandria Cardinals. It'll be a 42-yard kickoff return for Brody Berg.
Unless they ruled that he caught it and then stepped back, but
yeah. So
I thought anything close basically was a touchback.
Right. But Alexandria will take the good field position.
Yes.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line out near midfield.
Yeah, the Midgie coaches kind of have the same opinion I have.
Right. So Alexandria, again, 3 receiver set here. You got running back, I think that's Jackson Waltzing in, and you may have Blake Scholl as kind of an H-back here, and the carry for the running back, Waltzing, and he'll work his way over right side and pick up about 4 on first down.
Yeah, the Warriors have been sound tacklers, because we've seen us break some of those initial tackles on the first contact.
Now trips to the left side with Grady Starzl, Mason Witt, and Brady Gunberg. Thomas Hendricks is the lone receiver on the right side, 2nd and 6. Handoff, and I think it was Brody Berg back in the game here, and he got blasted at the 45-yard line. He did not make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, real nice tackle by one of the Warriors there. He's not one of their starters.
So 3rd down coming up here for the Alexandria Cardinals. They need to get to the Brainerd 48 right now. The ball is on the Cardinal 45-yard line.
That tackle was by Adam Harrington for Brainerd.
So now kind of a tighter formation for Alexandria. Trips to the left side. Deep drop here for Talon Witt. Time to throw. Pass over the middle. It's caught. That'll be Grady Starzl on the reception inside the Brainerd 45-yard line before he gets dropped on the play. But it's going to be enough for a first down.
Oh, nice job by our offensive line, giving Talon plenty of time to throw, and then Grady Starzl going up, high-pointing that ball and grabbing it with both hands.
Yeah, that'll be a gain of 11 there. And our thanks again to Quality Real Estate for bringing you our instant replays as you're watching them on our YouTube channel tonight.
We're going to have a clock run down here, I think.
Yep, so we reached the end of the first quarter. And again, a lot of points here on senior night at Alexandria Area High School Stadium. 1-minute break here along our Leighton Media platforms. Through one period on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in Week 7 varsity football. Alexandria leads Brainerd 14-10.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
The Alexandria Cardinals have the ball to begin the second period, and on first down and 10 from the Brainerd 45-yard line, Brody Berg takes the handoff from Talon Witt, works his way to the left, and picks up about 7, maybe close to 8 yards. It'll be second and short here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, nice ran behind the left side of his line there.
Yep, that line including Evan Zabel and Spencer Kleindl. Now the Cardinals will run the ball again, but Berg this time wrapped up a very short gain. I think you had Aiden Hernandez helping out on the tackle for Brainerd. It'll be a third and about a yard here. Actually, oh no, they're going to rule first down.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he did a nice jump cut there, and then he was able to fall forward to get just enough to get the first down.
already 7 carries for senior captain Brody Berg in tonight's game. 20 hard yards earned on the ground. First and 10 at the Brainerd 34-yard line. Talon Witt awaiting the snap from Brendan Behrens. He gets it, and it's a big hole for Brody Berg. There he goes into the end zone. It's going to be an Alexandria Cardinal touchdown. Just a quick sprint once Brody got behind the right side of the offensive line. Quality Real Estate again bringing you our instant replay for our YouTube audience. That's going to go as a 34-yard score, and Alexandria now has a double-digit lead. The Cardinals are in front of the Brainerd Warriors 20-10.
Yeah, the Warriors kind of loaded up the left side of the tackle box, and we ran it right that time.
So now Ethan Carlson will be in to try the extra point. Thomas Henricks on the hold. The ball is placed down, and the kick is up and good. So Alexandria has had 3 scores in 4 possessions with 1 turnover as well. But Alexandria, despite that 1 turnover, has a 21-10 lead. We're barely a minute into period number 2. So Brody Berg with his second touchdown run of the game. This one will go for a 34-yard scoring play. And Ethan Carlson now 3 for 3 on his point after touchdown kicks. It's been a busy week for Ethan Carlson. This is his 3rd varsity event on this field this week. If you're not familiar with Ethan Carlson, he's a 2-sport fall athlete for Alexandria. He's the goalkeeper for the Alexandria boys soccer team. So Ethan and the rest of his soccer teammates will be in Buffalo on Tuesday night to play in the Section 8 AAA Championship. We will have that for you on our late media platforms at 7 o'clock Tuesday evening. He's hoping to be walking off the field after a win for a 3rd time this week. But still a lot of football to be played. Here comes the return from the 26-yard line, and good downfield coverage there.
Rhett Granning with a tackle.
Yep, as the return was made by Brainerd's Grant Johnson, but negligible yardage there. Still, Brainerd will operate outside its own 25-yard line. It looks like the ball will be
28.
put in played at the 28.
That's a 28.
So the Cardinals up by 11 now. 3 touchdowns and 4 possessions. Brainerd, meanwhile, has had 1 touchdown, 1 field goal, and also 1 punt. Actually, 2 punts in tonight's game for Sawyer Riffle. Now the Warriors try to run the ball, working it to the right side. Jaden Barnum not able to get a whole lot there as Alexandria was able to close the road, if you will.
Yeah, Brett Meyer finished him off, but I think Connor Wang also got a little ankle tackle in there as well.
Ball now at the 29-yard line as you're watching on our YouTube channel. Brainerd going left to right. Fake handoff. Now Schwartz will look to throw. He pumps once, throws over the middle, and the ball is caught. And the receiver stayed on his feet. Here goes Brady Vanek, and he'll be caught from behind around the 26-yard line. But another chunk play through the air for the Brainerd Warriors.
Carson Gesch with the tackle.
I think the ball will be advanced from to the Alexandria 26. So that will be a 45-yard pass completion. Boy, Bo Schwartz now has 3 pass completions of 40 yards or greater in tonight's game.
Yeah, he did a nice job carrying out as he faked the run first and then rolled out and found the receiver downfield. Looked like the receiver is getting up slow here after that tackle.
Yep, and we'll see who that would be. That would be the Brady Vanek, the one that's being looked at right now. But his second catch of the night, this one his biggest gain, going for 45 yards. Brainerd has run a total of 16 plays tonight, 9 rushes and 7 passes, and already the Warriors up around 180 total yards in this game. A lot of that from the throwing of Bo Schwartz. So Coach Jason Freed has a good one in Schwartz right now.
Yes, he does.
Again, just a sophomore for Brainerd. So we'll likely see him a couple of times more and maybe even extra if these teams would play each other in the section tournament.
Yeah, I think doesn't look real promising for the receiver there.
Yeah, Brady Vanek is being escorted over to the sideline, and he is not walking off on his own power. So unfortunate to see there. We wish him well, and hopefully he'll get the necessary attention over along the Brainerd sideline. 1st and 10 now for Brainerd outside of the Alexandria 26. It is 21-10. Alexandria in front. We are barely 2 minutes into the second period of play. Schwartz, the quarterback, takes a low snap. It's a inside handoff, kind of a counter, if you will, and that's going to pick up about 5 yards, and that was Barnum on the carry for Brainerd. So the Warriors will now operate at the Alexandria 23. So that was actually only a gain of 3. Jaden Barnum unofficially 17 yards on the ground. He's had 10 carries to get the 17 yards.
Brody Hennessy into the game with that tackle.
Bo Schwartz will work out of the shotgun here. He's got Barnum joining him in the backfield. And here's a pitch to Barnum, and he got hammered in the backfield.
He wished he didn't get that pitch.
That's right. As we watch on the YouTube channel, Quali Real Estate bringing you that instant replay, and that's Blake Scholl who gets the tackle for loss there. That's going to be a drop of about 6 yards on the play.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
Yep. So 3rd down and call it about 14 here for Brainerd. Ball just inside the 30-yard line on the Alexandria side of the field. Bo Schwartz looking to roll to the right. He's got the ball. Looking downfield. He'll throw downfield toward the end zone. Just a little bit overthrown for the intended receiver down in the end zone. I think the intended receiver there for Brainerd was Joe Loshko.
They're going to attempt what looks to be about a 47-yard.
Yeah. Sawyer Riffle's got a good leg, though. So, Mike Empting mentioned it as part of our Juttner Motors pregame show.
45 or 46.
Yeah,
setting up at the 36, so 46-yarder here.
Yep, from the left hash mark. The quarterback, Schwartz, will be the holder here. Sawyer Riffle previously made a field goal from 35 yards out here in the first half.
We have had good penetration.
Ball's placed down by Schwartz. The kick is blocked. And here comes Alexandria. Evan Zabel looking to fall on the ball now. It's still loose on the field. Jack Morissette with a chance at it. Brainerd will finally get it as the ball will be recovered back at the 34-yard line or 37-yard line on the Brainerd side of the field. So your intuition proved to be correct, Tim. The Cardinals were able to block a field goal attempt.
Yeah, I think it was Evan Zabel, and then eventually Carson Getch with the tackle.
Yeah. So the Cardinals are going to start on the Brainerd side of the field here, as the line of scrimmage will be the 37-yard line. Best field position to start a series, and Alexandria's special teams made it happen by getting that blocked field goal. So Sawyer Riffle is now 1 for 2 on the field goal attempts tonight. He's got 4 of the Warriors' 10 points. Alexandria up by 11. We are in the second quarter. Talon Witt working out of the shotgun. You've got receivers both ways. Good drop back here by Talon Witt. He's got time to throw. He'll air it out toward the end zone. Thomas Hendricks is going to haul it in, and it's going to be an Alexandria Cardinal touchdown. Oh my, the offensive line, beautiful there, giving Talon Witt all sorts of time to throw. Evan Zabel, Spencer Kleindl, Brendan Behrens, Jensen Martinson, Jack Morissette, and they gave him all sorts of time, and Talon Witt was able to connect with his good friend Thomas Hendricks there on a 37-yard touchdown pass, and Alexandria now leads 27-10.
Yeah, Thomas was able to get behind the defense there.
And now Ethan Carlson coming in, and
I think they were waiting on getting the kicking tee here.
Right, as Hendricks will be the holder here, and Blake Scholl will snap the ball back to Thomas Hendricks. Ball placed down, and Ethan Carlson's kick is up, and it is good. So we have a scoring change. 8:21 remains in the first half, and now we'll take a 30-second break. Updating the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in NorthStar North District football. Alexandria leads Brainerd 28-10.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
One play after the Alexandria special teams gets a blocked field goal on Sawyer Riffley's attempt. The Cardinals cash in and now have a 28-10 lead. Line drive kick by Ethan Carlson, and this is going to be brought back as Jaden Barnum gets to the outside. He's up to midfield and will be spun out of bounds. Barnum will return that ensuing kickoff close to 40 yards.
Our kicker had to force him out of bounds there.
I think we're going to get some confirmation. We believe it was Evan Zabel on the blocked field goal attempt earlier, and I think we're going to make that blocked field goal by the Alexandria special teams our Culver's play of tonight's game. Again, presented to you by Culver's of Alexandria. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Brainerd's 6th series of the night will start at the 50-yard line. So the Warriors with some good field position. And again, there's plenty of football to be played. We still have more than 8 minutes to go in the first half. Alexandria up by 18 at home. Bo Schwartz, the quarterback, is going to roll to the right. He's going to air it out, and it's going to be caught.
Wow.
There's Luke Merseth making the catch down around the 20-yard line in spite of double coverage there. I think it was Carson Getch and Mason Witt down there, but still Merseth, who's a very good multi-sport athlete at Brainerd. He plays with the boys basketball team in the winter, and he makes the grab there, and it's going to be a pickup of almost 30.
It was actually Carson Getch and Connor Anderson.
Very good. So first down for Brainerd, and the handoff goes to Barnum. Not a lot of room to go there. In fact, he may have been stopped slightly behind the line of scrimmage there. I believe it's going to be no gain, so second down and 10 yards to go. Boy, Bo Schwartz, the quarterback, now 5 of 9 4 of his pass completions have been for 30 yards or greater, and all of those have picked up first downs. 1 on the first play of the night ended up being a 65-yard touchdown pass. 2nd down and 11 outside the 21-yard line. Now Schwartz will roll out to his right, looking to throw. Fires along the sideline, but I think the receiver had his left foot out of bounds, so had the catch been made, it would have been an incomplete pass, and then I don't think Grant Johnson held onto it anyway.
Yeah, Brett Meyer was in on the coverage.
So now Brainerd facing a 3rd down. 3rd and 11 outside the 21-yard line, and that's just outside of the Alex Rubbish and Recycling red zone. We have played nearly 5 minutes of this second quarter. It's Alexandria 28, Brainerd 10. Those are the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Now Barnum lines up to the left of the quarterback, Schwartz. He looks to his left, now pumps once, throws left side. Catch made, but almost an immediate tackle there, I think, for Connor Anderson on the receiver, Kellen Ellingson.
Yeah, and we brought in Talon Witt as a defensive back. I think that's his first action in on the defensive side of the ball, playing a cornerback.
That will be a 3-yard gain, so Schwartz nearly 200 yards passing in this opening half. I think Brainerd's going to keep the offensive unit out on the field here, trying to convert here at the 18-yard line. 28-10, Alexandria, second quarter. Schwartz back to throw. He's pressured, and down he goes! It'll be a quarterback sack, and then a late flag is going to come in.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, my. This might be a personal foul penalty after the sack.
He's just taller than the quarterback if it's roughing the passer.
Yeah, we're going to wait and see what the official signal is. Oh, nope, it's going to be a chop block on the offense. That play is going to be declined. The quarterback sack will stand, and Alexandria is going to take over on downs back at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they've been rolling the quarterback out, and that time he stayed in the pocket, and he was no match for Jack Morissette.
Right. So, again, our thanks to Quali Real Estate for the instant replays as you're watching this evening on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Alexandria's defense has been pretty solid on the late downs. Brainerd now 0 for 1 on 4th down and 0 for 4 on 3rd down. So the Cardinals offense back out onto the field, leading by a score of 28-10. 4 touchdowns and 5 total possessions for Alexandria. Talon Witt's going to throw the screen pass. Brody Berg has it. Got blocking downfield, and Berg is going to work his way through for a pickup of about 12 yards.
Yeah, nice call there. I think got him behind his lineman out in open space that time.
Yeah, and they will spot it at the 38-yard line, so a pickup of 11. Unofficially now, Talon Witt 5 for 7 with 124 yards. 1 touchdown and 1 interception. So the Cardinals now flowing right to left here in the second period of play, up by 18. Trips to the right side for Alexandria. Again, Brody Berg in the backfield, joined by Talon Witt. Deep drop here. Talon Witt's now going to step up. Penalty flag comes down. Pass is going to be caught, and Brady Gunberg has some room to run, and he'll get inside the 40, but I fear that this is going to come back.
Yeah, I think they got a holding call.
Yep, and so that's going to nullify a first down. 10 yards from the spot where the foul took place, but considering that would have been about a 20-yard gain, that's almost like a 30-yard penalty there.
On a passing play, it's from the previous spot, so it'll be second or first and 20.
Yeah, first down and long, as they'll put the ball back at the 28-yard line, or actually between the 28 and 29. So 10 yards there. So repeat first down for the Alexandria Cardinals.
If it had been a running play, it would have been from the spot of the foul. Passing play, it's the previous spot.
All right, so first and 20 now. 4 receivers to the right side now, a player in motion. That's Mason Witt, making it 2 receivers to the left, and it's a quarterback draw. Talon Witt will slide out past the 30-yard line. I think he'll get forward progress to about the 34, and that a decent gain to make up some of that penalty yardage. And again, still a couple more downs to go. Looks like a pickup of 6 there on the keeper for Talon Witt. He's now approaching 100 yards rushing tonight. Of course, he got 80 on one play back in the first quarter. 28-10, Alexandria with the lead. We are in period number 2. Dmac and Tim Zupfer bringing you the call on our late media platforms tonight. Here's a swing pass, and Berg had it go through his hands, and fortunately that found its way to the turf as Michael Bellevue, one of the cornerbacks, was trying to get the deflected ball and keep it off the turf to create Alexandria's second turnover, but the turf bounce means an incomplete pass.
I think we might have had Mason Witt open downfield on that left side.
So now 3rd down and about 14 here for Alexandria. 2 receivers on each side. Brody Berg in the backfield with Talon Witt. Talon approaches the line of scrimmage and then fades back, awaiting the snap here from Brendan Behrens. And he pumps, feeds to the left side. Brady Gunberg has it, turns upfield. It'll be a pickup of about 10, but that's going to leave Alexandria a little bit short of the first down to gain.
Yeah, and remember, even if we do go in punt formation, Talon likes to do that rugby punt and will sometimes take off running.
Yeah, so this is not a guarantee that on 4th and 3, Alexandria is going to give the football up on a punt. And I'm sure that Brainerd is very aware of that. I think the Cardinals, Talon Witt has actually run for first downs in punt formation in at least 3 different games this year. And now Talon's going to back up into the punt formation. The line of scrimmage is the 45-yard line. And now he's going to roll out, and now he's going to throw, and the pass is caught right along the sideline. Is it going to be a catch? I think Thomas Hendricks was the intended receiver, and I think it's going to be out of bounds, so that's going to be a 4th down turnover on downs. So the Cardinals are not able to convert on 4th down here. And Brainerd's going to get the football back on the Alexandria side of the field. So will the Warriors take advantage of a break, getting some good field position here? Clock is stopped here in the second period as we have 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Alexandria in front of the visiting Brainerd Warriors 28-10. And now the Brainerd offense back out on the field, working with a shorter field after the Cardinals could not convert. Jaden Barnum got the delayed handoff, tries to run behind the right side of the offensive line, and he got twisted down after a short gain.
Yeah, Adrian Miles was the tackler.
Yep, only a pickup of a yard there. Alexandria has held Brainerd's rushing game to negligible yardage, I believe, including a quarterback sack. Brainerd has run the ball 14 times, and I don't think the Warriors have 10 total yards on the ground. Brainerd has hurt Alexandria's defense through the air tonight as the sophomore Schwartz has nearly 200 yards passing. 2nd down and 9. Here's a pitch left side. Catch is made, and the receiver turning upfield, but not much to be gained there. Only a pickup of 2 as Luke Merseth was on the receiving end.
Talon Witt along with Evan Zabel in on that tackle.
So now 3rd down and 7 yards to go. The Warriors with the ball at the Alexandria 42. Brainerd has 2 timeouts remaining in the first half. We're about to move under 3 minutes remaining until halftime. Now we've got a rollout by Schwartz, looking to the right, directing traffic, throwing up the sideline, and the catch is made by Barnum, and he's going to have enough for a first down. So that will be a pickup of about 16 yards on that pitch and catch. Bo Schwartz rolling out to the right and was able to spot Jaden Barnum getting open along the sideline.
Did we have a flag on the play here?
Yep, maybe this will nullify the first down here.
Ineligible receiver downfield, maybe?
Yep, makes you wonder. That is correct. Ineligible receiver downfield on Brainerd, so that's going to be a walk-off, and so that will nullify the first down grab.
Grady Starzel was the one that got the tackle on that previous play after the reception.
Yep, so the ball will be moved back out to the 47-yard line. And a repeat of third down for the Brainerd Warriors. 6th penalty on Brainerd tonight. 4th one accepted by Alexandria.
See if we can keep them in the pocket again.
3rd down and long. Brainerd needs to get to the Alexandria 35 for the first down. Here is Schwartz rolling out to the right side. Trapped. Now he reverses field, goes to the left. He's going to scramble. Gets past Blake Schultz, fires downfield a little bit too long. Merseth was able to get behind the defense there, but that one just didn't have enough time to develop, and it'll end up being an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that Bo Schwartz, he's not only does he have a nice arm on him, but he's a really good athlete.
So now 4th down, possible punting situation for Sawyer Riffle. He has averaged 42 yards on his 2 punts tonight. Line of scrimmage is the Alexandria 47-yard line. Riffle puts his foot on the ball. It's going to take a Warriors bounce inside the 15-yard line, then kind of spin sideways, and it will be downed, I believe, at the 7, and that's going to be a 40-yard punt. So Sawyer Riffle, again, his reputation is very good as a punter and place kicker for the Brainerd Warriors, and he gets off his 3rd punt of 40 yards or greater. Alexandria has 1 timeout remaining in the opening half, leading by a score of 28-10, and the Cardinals have their poorest field position to begin a drive back at the 7-yard line.
Well, we've got the ability to score quickly. We've shown that. But I think we'll be somewhat conservative unless we get a real good gain here.
Yeah, I think with the clock showing 1:57 to go in the first half, we'll wait and see. And if, maybe we have a timeout being whistled here. And it will be Alexandria taking the timeout. So that's going to be it for the Cardinals. I believe along our network here, we've got a 30-second break, so why don't we go ahead and take that now. Late first half, Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in varsity football. Alexandria leads Brainerd 28-10.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Thanks for joining us tonight for Alexandria Cardinal football coverage on KXRA Alexandria. 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. Audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. Powered by Mission Mechanical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And thanks as well to Integrity Title for being our signature streaming sponsor for the audience watching tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. JP Boleen is our videographer. Jackson is our KXRA studio engineer. And along with Tim Zupfer, this is Dmac. Dave McClurg with the play-by-play. Alexandria up by 18. The Cardinals trying to get out of their own end of the field. First down play picked up about 2, maybe 3 yards on a pitch and catch from Talon Witt to Mason Witt. And now Talon Witt is going to move upfield, keeping the football himself. He'll gain forward progress out to about the 14-yard line, leaving Alexandria 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, they want to get that first down here, or Brainerd will call a timeout, I would think.
Yeah, Brainerd still has 2 timeouts remaining. We go under a minute left on the clock here in the first half. Talon Witt, again, taking his time. He still has about 8 seconds to go on the play clock, as Brainerd has not stopped the clock at this point. Handoff, and the ball carrier will be wrapped up. That's
just
Jackson
short.
Waltzing, about a yard short of the first down, and I believe Jason Freed may elect to... Nope, he is not taking the timeout. I thought he might do that there, but... And now I think we do have the whistle, and...
Oh, maybe they did call
it.
Yep.
Brainerd did take the timeout, so Alexandria is going to face a 4th down and 1 here. at the 15-yard line. Alexandria started the game 3 for 3 on third down, but since has gone 0 for 2. And Brainerd hoping to get one more possession right before halftime. Alexandria did win the coin toss, and the Cardinals deferred the choice to the start of the second half, so Alexandria would have the football to begin the third quarter. Alexandria led 14-10 after one period, and the Cardinals have done the only scoring here in period number 2. It's Alexandria 28, Brainerd 10. Our thanks to Glenwood State Bank for bringing you our scoreboard updates. And Talon Witt has not executed a successful punt. He did try to throw on a punting situation on fourth down earlier in the period, and the pass ended up being incomplete. But now I think he's going to stand back and look to punt this ball away, with the line of scrimmage being the 15-yard line. And he does get the punt away. Brainerd did not have anybody back, so this is going to take a nice bounce down the field and eventually be down at the 41-yard line, as we're down to, I believe, 14 seconds remaining in the first half. So the Cardinals do a decent job at flipping the field. Brainerd, with just one timeout remaining, possessing the ball at their own 41-yard line will be the spot of the ball.
You know, in the last few games we've punted so few times, but I recall that Chanhassen game, Talon had some really good punts in that game for us, and there was another one where he's able to flip that field and no return.
Again, the Warriors 59 yards away from the Alexandria end zone, but what we've seen out of the sophomore Bo Schwartz, he can get yardage in chunks with his arm. He's already up over 200 yards through the air. Looking to throw now. He steps up, and he's down in the backfield.
Another sack by Jack Morissette.
Yep. As for our YouTube audience, Quality Real Estate bringing you the instant replay as they were able to keep the quarterback Schwartz in the pocket, and that will end up being the last play of the opening half, a second quarterback sack for the Alexandria Cardinals. So we have reached intermission, and Alexandria on senior night at Viking Bank Field has the lead of 18 points. It is the Cardinals 28, the Brainerd Warriors 10. We invite you to stay tuned after a few words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage on KXRA Radio and on our YouTube channel. We will be back with the Eldon's Fresh Foods intermission report. Now this time out.
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best. Piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Field on the campus of Alexandria Area High School. The Cardinals, seeking a NorthStar North District Championship, are halfway home to making that a reality. State-ranked Alexandria leads Brainerd at the break 28-10. Hello once again, along with Tim Zupfer. I am Dmac Dave McClurg, welcoming you to our mid-game report, presented to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. And Tim, I know that the Alexandria defense maybe took a little bit of a shock right away when Brainerd went up top. This Bo Schwartz, young quarterback for Brainerd, looking to be very promising. I'm sure Coach Jason Freed happy to have him for 2 more years of varsity experience in the months ahead and everything. But he went up top. Brainerd got on the board, but take away that touchdown pass on Brainerd's first play from scrimmage, and Alexandria's really had a nice control of the game.
Yeah, Brainerd still had 2 more big passing plays after those, but we've been able to keep them out of the end zone. Those other 2 possessions where they had the long plays, so that was important. He's such a good athlete, along with his arm. When the Cards can keep him in the pocket, he hasn't had time to throw, so they've been rolling him out to the right side quite a bit, and so as a result, I think we're kind of shifting our defense that way and making some of those throws a little bit more difficult. Yeah,
Schwartz, he connected on just a little bit more than 50% of his passes, 7 of 13. Again, decent numbers, but the yardage that he's gained, 4 of his 7 completions have gone for 30 yards or more, including a 65-yard touchdown pass to Kellen Ellingson on the first play of the game. That put Brainerd up 7-0, but after that, the Warriors have not found the end zone again, getting a first-quarter field goal from Sawyer Riffley, and Alexandria was able to score on 4 of its first 5 possessions on the night, and the Cardinals are up 28-10 at the break. Again, Brainerd got the scoring started just 11 seconds into the game. 65-yard touchdown pass from Schwartz to Ellingson. The extra point kick by Riffle was good. Alexandria countered, scoring just about 2 minutes later. Good tempo on that opening series where Alexandria went 80 yards in 7 plays. That included a 46-yard pitch and catch from Talon Witt to his cousin Mason Witt. And eventually Brody Berg capped the drive off with a 1-yard plunge. Ethan Carlson's extra point tied the game. Brainerd then had to punt on its next series. Alexandria had a quick scoring drive, if you will. Only 2 plays, and on 2nd down and 10, Talon Witt was able to veer off the right side, found some open room to run, and he kept on running. He would end up covering 80 yards on his scoring run, and Alexandria had the lead, and the Cardinals have played from in front since. Extra point by Carlson was good, and 4.5 minutes into the game, Alexandria was up 14-7. Later in the first quarter, Sawyer Riffle hit a 35-yard field goal to cap a 6-play, 56-yard drive. And then the Cardinals, leading 14-10 after 1, got 2 touchdowns on the board in the early part of the second period. Brody Berg with a 34-yard scamper for a score. Carlson's extra point made it a 21-10 lead. And then after Riffle had a field goal attempt blocked, we believe Evans Abel got the blocked field goal, but that field goal block ended up being our Culver's play of tonight's game. And Alexandria had the ball at the Brainerd 37, and 1 play after the blocked field goal, Talon Witt went up top, going 37 yards to Thomas Hendricks for a score. Ethan Carlson with the extra point. And that occurred not even 4 minutes into the second period. We had no scoring after that. Both teams did move the football a little bit. Brainerd actually had the ball at midfield and turned the ball over on downs, and then later had the ball at the Alexandria 45, and ultimately Brainerd did nothing on that series and had to punt the ball away. So 28-10, Alexandria leading Brainerd at the half. Going through some numbers here. Tim, do you want to take defensive and time of possession numbers, and then I'll kind of dive into the offensive numbers?
Yes, the Cardinals do actually have a lead with the time of possession for the half, a little bit, almost 13 and a half minutes time of possession, whereas Brainerd just a little bit over 10 minutes with their time of possession. So the Cardinals with an advantage there. 8 series for Brainerd and 7 for the Cardinals in that first half. That's a few more series than we're typically used to. Usually it's somewhere between 4 and 6.
Yeah.
Tackle-wise, really spread out here quite a bit. I guess I've got Carson Getsch and Connor Anderson leading, along with Blake Scholl with 4 tackles each, but a handful of players with 3. Jack Morissette, Adrian Miles, Evan Zabel, Aiden Schneiderhan, Connor Wang, and Grady Starzl, all with 3 tackles. 2 for Brett Meyer, 1 each for Rhett Granning, Talon Witt, Brody Hennessy, and Ethan Carlson.
Very good. So some of the defensive numbers there. Checking out some of the offensive numbers. First of all, some comparative team statistics. Plays run tonight. Brainerd ran 28. Alexandria ran 27. Lots of yardage. The teams have combined for nearly 400, actually nearly 500 total yards. Unofficially, Alexandria at 296 total yardage, and that includes 160 on the ground, 136 through the air. Brainerd has gotten the majority of its yardage passing the football. The Warriors, because of 2 quarterback sacks of Bo Schwartz, actually have negative yardage on the ground, -6. And the passing yardage is 201. So Brainerd with 195 total yards and Alexandria 296 total yards. Tim, I'm going to bring you back in before I go into some more offensive numbers. I think you got a tennis result in Section 8 AAA girls tennis.
The Cardinals are Section 8 AAA champs with a 4-3 victory today.
Unbelievable. How about that? Oh, my. Some of the best news of the day right there. So Alexandria overcame a 6-1 regular season loss to Elk River. And congratulations to the Alexandria girls tennis team. They're heading to the Class AAA state tournament. First ever Class AAA state tournament, as this is the first year that you have 3 classes in girls tennis. The Cardinals get the win over Elk River. Tim, I honestly thought that this was going to be a too difficult challenge to make, but hats off to Coach Jansen and Jackie Stifter and all the Alexandria tennis players. Evidently, Coach got the right combination of people in to turn some of those matches around into his team's favor.
Yeah, that's quite the accomplishment, especially when you consider they went from 2 classes to 3, and they're up there with the largest school class. So congratulations. I think Eli Duenhauger, also an assistant coach with the team, so congratulations to those.
Yep, well-deserved, and Alexandria now 25-1 on the year, and the season is going to continue for the Alexandria girls tennis team. I believe they'll be at the Baseline Tennis Center for the first ever Class AAA team tournament coming up later in the month. So had to get that news in. That's great news. So continuing on with some offensive numbers here. Rushing, passing breakdown. Again, we went through that. Alexandria, 160 on the ground, 136 through the air. Talon Witt, 8 of 11 for 136 yards in the first half through the air. 1 interception. He had 1 touchdown. 5 different receivers making catches for Alexandria, including Mason Witt with 3 receptions for 62 yards. Talon Witt, 100 yards rushing in the first half, 6 carries for 101 yards, including an 80-yard touchdown scamper. The Brainerd Warriors, majority of the yardage through the air. Bo Schwartz, 7 of 13, 201 yards, 1 touchdown pass. That went 65 yards to Kellen Ellingson on the first play of the game. The Cardinals punted the ball once, 44 yards. Sawyer Riffle, the Brainerd punter, 3 punts, averaging 41 yards per punt. 1 turnover in the first half. That was a pass interception thrown by Talon Witt. The penalties, 6 for Brainerd, 4 of which were accepted by Alexandria for what turned out to be a loss of 37 yards. And then Alexandria, 3 penalties, 2 of which were accepted by Brainerd for a loss of 15 yards in the first half. Brainerd third down conversions 0 for 4, actually 0 for 5. And then fourth down conversions, Brainerd was 0 for 1. Alexandria 3 of 5 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down. It was 14-10 Alexandria after 1 quarter, and then the Cardinals outscored the Warriors 14-0 in the second quarter. So it's 28-10 as Alexandria leads Brainerd with the second half on the horizon. Thanks again to Eldon's Fresh Foods for sponsoring our mid-game report. Now we enjoy these words on our latent media platforms from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I'm a nurse at heart. I mean, I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
What's your number?
The details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for integrity.
You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
10. And again, if you are just hopping on board with us, some special news to share with you. Alexandria's girls tennis team is going to the state tournament for the first time ever in program history. Alexandria, the number 2 seed in Section 8 AAA, defeated Elk River in the section final earlier this evening indoors at Stay Fit in Sartell. That was a 4-3 final. That reversed an Elk River 6-1 victory back during the regular season. we also wish good luck tomorrow as Addison Stevenson and Kennedy Stevenson will be competing in the doubles bracket in the individual part of the section tournament. They won their first 2 matches last weekend, so they're in a pretty good spot that they could advance to state individually, but they're going to have their teammates joining them as Section 8 AAA champions. So again, kudos to Nick Jansen and the Alexandria girls tennis team on winning the section title earlier this evening. Sawyer Riffle is going to put his foot on the ball to get the second half underway. And it's going to be an onside kick. It did not go the required 10 yards, I believe. And what is going on here?
It'll be our ball. We're at the 43 there.
Okay. Yeah, so it did not get a favorable bounce there. So I think Brainerd was trying to steal a possession there. And Alexandria is going to start, as they say, on the plus side of the field. In Brainerd territory, it looks like the official spotting will be the 44-yard line. So Alexandria, which scored 4 touchdowns on its first 5 possessions of the night. The Cardinals then had 2 empty possessions to close out the second quarter, but still in a good spot, leading 28-10. Alexandria now moving left to right if you're watching on the YouTube channel. Quick pitch left side, catch made. Nice turn upfield. This one's down the sideline, and it's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Alexandria, as the Witt cousins are going to connect here.
Yeah, just a little quick slant, and he was able to beat everyone into the end zone. He made one cut and took off.
Talon Witt to Mason Witt covering 44 yards, and Alexandria scores a touchdown. So each team was able to score a touchdown on the first offensive play of the half. Brainerd did it in half number 1. The Cardinals do it in half number 2. Now Ethan Carlson is in to try the extra point. Blake Scholl will snap back to Thomas Henricks. Ball is placed down by Henricks, and the kick is up, and it is good. So Alexandria got on the board quicker in the third quarter than Brainerd did in the opening quarter. Brainerd scored 11 seconds into the game. Alexandria scores 9 seconds into the second half. And the Cardinals extend the lead. It's now 35-10 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. We will keep it right here as Brainerd is about set to get the football.
Our previous touchdown only took 8 seconds, Dave.
Okay, yeah, no, that is true. So scoring a little quicker there. Of course, less real estate to cover, 44 yards, as opposed to Brainerd, which scored on a 65-yard pass play to begin the game.
Well, yeah, and then our play in the fourth quarter was from 37 yards out instead of 44. Right. So we got an 8-yard possession, or 8-second possession, 9-second possession, and an 11-second one for Brainerd.
Yeah, so now Ethan Carlson will kick off here, and Alexandria's had a tendency of kicking the ball short, but now Carlson's going to kick a line drive. It's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line, and the return man is Merseth, getting to the outside, out past the 35, 40, up to midfield, and he'll be brought down on the Alexandria side of the field. A good return there for Brainerd's Luke Merseth. He'll bring that back 31 yards.
Yeah, early in the game we were squib kicking it, and they had a long return on our last kick deep. On both of our deep kicks, Ethan Carlson, our kicker, is a tackler on the play.
Wow, so I didn't think Ethan would be as involved in plays like that, but he does make the stop, and it looks like they'll spot the ball at midfield. So 50-yard line is where Brainerd will put it in play. Again, Bo Schwartz is the quarterback for the Warriors, and he's going to hand off. Jaden Barnum tries to slip through, and he does shed one tackler, but there's other pursuit on the way, holding Barnum to a pickup of about 2 yards. Forward progress will be given to the Alexandria 48-yard line.
Connor Wang and Connor Anderson with the tackle.
So second down, 8 yards to go. Merseth is going to line up off to the left side here. Single receiver to the right side. Now a couple of backs joining Schwartz. Hand off to Barnum, and he slips through, and that's going to be his biggest gain of the night. He's going to advance the football down to about the 35-yard line. So Quick opener up the middle for about 13 for Jaden Barnum.
We had Connor Anderson on that tackle. I think Connor Wang was the other one.
So
is Rhett Granning.
Okay, so first down now for Brainerd after Granning makes the stop. The Warriors at the Alexandria 35-yard line. Now a handoff. Barnum works his way to the right side and tries to get to the edge and gets spun down after a yard gain.
Connor Anderson racking up the tackling stats.
So second down, 9 yards to go. Brainerd playing with a little bit of tempo in its own right here. Warriors down now 35-10. So after the first play from scrimmage for Brainerd, Alexandria's outscored the Warriors 35-3. Now a handoff, and there is Barnum trying to work his way through the middle, and it's going to be stacked up. Very little gain there for Barnum. It's going to be third down and pretty long here for Brainerd.
I think we had Scholl and Adrian Miles in on that tackle.
Brainerd is 0 for 5 on third down tonight. This will be third and about 7 for the Alexandria Cardinal, or for the Brainerd Warriors, I should say. The ball resting at the 33-yard line. 35-10 Alexandria, period number 3. Schwartz had the ball go on the ground, and is it going to be an interception?
I think so.
Yes, I think the Cardinals are going to get the INT.
Talon Witt.
Yep, so Talon Witt's going to get the recovery here as Brainerd ends up turning the ball over. Quality Real Estate bringing you our instant replay. And the ball was thrown a little bit wide of the intended receiver, but there Talon Witt was to pick it off. So Brainerd turns the ball over on its first series of the second half.
Yeah, it was a low snap, and he had a defensive lineman coming at him, so Bo had to get rid of that quickly, and probably a little too hastily caused the interception.
Yeah, I think as he gets more experience on the varsity level, I think the game slows down to him where he wouldn't make a throw like that. But again, he's just a sophomore. But Alexandria takes over at the 34. Quick pitch to the left side and a short gain here on the pass completion.
Yeah, Brainerd rallied to the ball real well that time. I think Mason Witt was he the receiver on that one? No, maybe. I don't see him over there. Miles Gray.
Yeah, Miles Gray got the reception there, so it'll be a gain of 2. Talon Witt now unofficially at 10 for 13 for 182 yards, 1 interception, and 2 touchdown passes. Alexandria leading by 25. We are in the third quarter. Coach Z and Dmac. Dave McClurg, Tim Zupfer bringing you the play-by-play tonight. Now 4 receivers set, and Talon Witt's going to pitch it over to the right side. Mason Witt has it. Little stutter step up the sideline, and he'll have enough for a first down.
That's an interesting play they run. You know, we've seen it numerous times where Mason just kind of stands at the sideline as Talon rolls out, and it's basically a run-pass option. And Talon gets to make that decision. If he draws a defender, he pitches it out to his cousin. Otherwise, he cuts it upfield.
Yep, that'll be a pickup of about 11 and an Alexandria first down as the Cardinals now scrimmage from their own 47-yard line. 35-10 Alexandria in the third quarter. Talon Witt pumps once. Will he air it out? He tries for Thomas Hendricks, and little holding there it looked like, and now the flag's going to come down. Brainerd was sending a couple of defenders downfield as Thomas Hendricks, who is a tall young man, and he's got great hands as well. And there was contact and should be a pass interference call, which would be a 15-yard penalty.
It'll either be that or holding. Should be a first down either way.
Yep, defensive holding on Brainerd. So that is going to be a first down for the Alexandria Cardinals on the penalty. So not as significant of yardage, but that will still put the ball on the Brainerd side of the field.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard penalty as opposed to 15.
So first down for the Alexandria Cardinals, now at the Brainerd 44-yard line. 2 receivers each side, and Here's a handoff. Jackson Waltzing busts through some tackles down inside the 35, and that third effort will give Jackson Waltzing the first down.
Yeah, nice hole opened up by the offensive line, and that time Waltzing was able to break through that first tackler and pick up the necessary yardage for the first down.
He'll pick up 11, and that will be his best gain running the football tonight. Alexandria now operating at the Brainerd 33-yard line. Talon Witt fakes the handoff. Now a little bit of pressure applied. He'll step away from it, airing it deep for Mason Witt. Jump ball, and it's caught for the touchdown. Mason Witt is going to out-jump the Brainerd defender. A late penalty flag is going to come out. The score is going to count, but we'll wait and see what the violation is for. And that's going to be a scoring play for Alexandria, covering 33 yards. That will be a third touchdown pass for Talon Witt tonight. And I don't know, did we have a declaration of a penalty or?
It must be on the cards because they went over to talk to the Brainerd, or they could be.
Yep, it is, I believe, unsportsmanlike conduct on Alexandria after the touchdown catch was made.
The penalty will be assessed on a kickoff.
So now it is 41-10 for the Alexandria Cardinals, and Ethan Carlson in to try his 6-point after touchdown of the night. Ball gets snapped back to Thomas Hendricks. A little high on the snap, but the ball placed down, and the kick is good.
Nice job by Thomas getting that catch and ball down quickly.
7:38 to go in the third quarter, and Alexandria continues to build on its lead. 30-second timeout here on our latent media platforms. And on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, it's now the Cardinals 42, the Brainerd Warriors 10.
Hi.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
The Alexandria Cardinal offense has had 2 series here in the second half and 2 touchdowns. A 4-play, 66-yard drive results in a Talon Witt to Mason Witt 33-yard touchdown pitch and catch, and the ensuing kickoff, and I think Brainerd may have given it up here.
Yeah, they
it's
muffed
loose
it
on the field, and Alexandria is going to recover the ball. And I think Miles Gray is going to get the fumble recovery here for the Alexandria Cardinals. Tim, you were mentioning to me during the break that Alexandria ended up having to take that kickoff from the 20-yard line, but they still end up coming out with the football.
Yeah, it might have been the 25 that we kicked it from, but yeah, it wasn't a very long kick, and one of the shorter receivers had to pick it up, and he never really got a solid handle on it, and the Card's able to pounce on it.
So the Cardinals get the football back, and that will be Brainerd's second turnover, both coming here in this half. Here's a pitch left side, and it's going to be incomplete. Talon Witt trying to find Mason Witt there, and that was to the long side of the field, and it's almost like Mason was playing on the left side of the infield there, but ground balls do not count. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, and I think he would have been tackled for a loss had he caught it, so
yeah.
I think it worked out just fine.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Brody Berg in the backfield, joining Talon Witt. 2 receivers on each side for Alexandria. Snap from Brendan Barron's back. Talon Witt with some time to throw. Good blocking, and now he runs out of time. He'll scramble to the left, still tucking the football in. Now he's going to air it out of bounds, and he was able to get that ball ahead out of the pocket, so no grounding there. It'll be an incomplete pass and third down, and though Brainerd did not get the sack, Tim, that was pretty good pressure. That play did take a while to transpire, but Brainerd pretty solid with their defensive effort there.
Well, I think that credit their defensive backs for good coverage, because Talon actually had some time and had a nice block pick up by Brody Berg, but eventually the lineman got to him.
So it's 3rd down and 10 for the Alexandria Cardinals at their own 42-yard line. Talon will roll to his left. Pump once, still has the ball. Looking downfield, still has the ball. Now will fire downfield right along the sideline, and the ball is going to be up near midfield, and it's going to be an incomplete pass, as I think Brady Gunberg may have been I think that was Gunberg, the intended receiver for the Alexandria Cardinals. So unfortunately, Alexandria is not able to do anything after recovering the muffed kickoff return. It's the dance move there. 1, 2, 3, kick. Can't always guarantee that we're going to have a punt here, but Talon Witt did have a punt earlier in the game, and that went 44 yards.
Yeah, credit the secondary for Brainerd with good coverage again. Talon had had it pocket out to the left and time to throw.
This time he will punt it away, and it goes back to the 19-yard line. And so that's going to be a 39-yard punt, and Luke Merseth is going to bring it back a few yards, and Brainerd will start outside of its own 20-yard line.
Mason Witt with the tackle.
Time remaining in the third quarter, 6 minutes and 56 seconds. The numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard at the moment have Alexandria leading Brainerd in this NorthStar North District football game by a count of 42-10. Again, Brainerd scored on the very first play of the game from scrimmage, but after that, it's been pretty much Alexandria on the scoreboard. Brainerd has ended up being one-dimensional tonight, not getting a lot of yardage on the ground. The majority of the yardage for the Warriors has come from the arm of their sophomore quarterback, Bo Schwartz. He's going to hand off to Jaden Barnum here, and Barnum will roll to the right side. Actually picked up about 4, maybe 5 yards there.
Brody Hennessy with the tackle.
Forward progress will be given up to the 30-yard line. 18 carries now for Jaden Barnum for 34 yards. He did have a long of 13 earlier this quarter, so the Alexandria defense has done a nice job at slowing Barnum down tonight when Brainerd has tried to run the football. Now we've got receivers to the right side. Schwartz rolling to his right. He's in trouble, and he's going to fire out of bounds. Let's see.
Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. That might be grounding.
Yeah, let's see if a flag's going to come out. I would not be surprised to see it, because it didn't seem like Schwartz got out of that general area of the tackle box either, and I think they will rule an intentional grounding call here. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty from where the ball was thrown, so that's going to be, in essence, loss of yardage where the ball was thrown, and then 5-yard penalty on that, so that's going to end up being a net loss of about 16 yards there.
Good penetration from our defensive line, and we did not allow him to roll out to his right, and he had to get rid of it.
Brainerd is 0 for 6 on third down attempts tonight. And this is 3rd and almost a country mile. The ball resting just outside of right near the Alexandria 10-yard line. The Warriors need to get up to the 36. Schwartz, the quarterback, is going to hand off. Some room to run for Barnum, but he'll be stopped after a gain of only about 4 yards there. So Brainerd being a little bit conservative there, just trying to get away from the shadow of their own end zone. And the punt team should be coming on here on 4th and long.
It was either Connor Wang or I think it was Connor Wang that made that, or it might have been Aiden Schneiderhan. Can't tell if it was 20 or 29.
Okay. So 4th down, Sawyer Riffle has averaged more than 40 yards per punt. He gets away another high kick. This one has some distance as well, and it's going to take a forward bounce, and it's going to bounce right along the sideline, and Alexandria is going to get the ball back. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. 5:34 remains here in quarter number 3, and the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard have Alexandria leading Brainerd 42-10.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
After a 49-yard punt by Sawyer Riffle, Jackson Waltzing gets the handoff from Talon Witt, and Waltzing is going to help flip the field a little bit. Big gain for Jackson, the junior running back for the Alexandria Cardinals, and one play into this series, and Alexandria is now on the Brainerd side of the field.
Yeah, in the first half, some of those runs, Brainerd is able to wrap those tackles up. I think some of their defensive linemen and linebackers may be getting tired.
And that is a pickup of about 30, and there goes Jackson Waltzing again, working right side, and he'll be very close to first down territory.
And credit our offensive line for moving those players.
Yep, people such as Brendan Behrens and Jensen Martinson. You've got Spencer Kleindl, Evan Zabel, Jack Morissette. Gain of 10 yards. That will be another first down for Alexandria. And now another handoff. This time Brainerd plugs the hole a little bit better.
I think we still got about 3 yards out of it. Maybe 2 or 3 anyway.
Yep, the Cardinals just outside of the red zone. The ball is spotted at the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 on that last carry for Jackson Waltzing. Alexandria in control of this game. The Cardinals in front by a count of 42-10. Now Talon Witt will pitch it left side. Mason Witt with the catch. No, I'm sorry. That may was that Witt?
I thought so.
Yeah, it was Mason Witt.
Yep.
I was seeing double vision of threes.
Right. Yeah. Well, we got number 2, Miles Gray, but he's out on the other side of the field here.
Yeah, that'll be a short gain of about 3 on the pitch and catch from the Witt cousins. Talon to his cousin Mason Witt. So now it'll be a third down. Alexandria started 3 for 3 on third down, but since has gone 0 for 3. Ball now at the Brainerd 17-yard line. Now Talon Witt is going to fake the handoff. He'll shift upfield, room to run. He'll dive, and
it's close.
Yeah, he is very close to the line to gain. He got slowed up by Jason Fordyce of Brainerd. And I don't, looks
they got
like
him just short.
Yeah, from where they spot the ball, it looks to be about a yard short of the first down. So a gain of 4 there. I believe Alexandria will keep the offense on the field here. 42-10, the Cardinals have the lead. We're about to go under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Talon Witt looking over at the sideline. Still a few seconds to go on the play clock. And the handoff and barreling forward.
He's just short.
Yeah, Brainerd is thinking it got the stop there of the Alexandria running back. And I don't know if Jackson Waltzing was able to get the necessary yardage. He was not. And Brainerd will get a turnover on downs here. So Alexandria does not score on its third series of the second half. Jackson Waltzing stopped for no gain, and Brainerd's offense will come back out onto the field down 42-10 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. But again, Alexandria in great shape right now. A win for the Cardinals means a NorthStar North District Championship outright. Likely will end up meaning a number 1 seed for the upcoming Class 5A Section 8 tournament, which would mean that the playoff road would come through Alexandria. So the Cardinals have the potential of playing 1 or even 2 home games in the sections. Here is Jaden Barnum trying to roll to the right side, and he cannot get to the edge. I think he'll be stopped for little to no gain. That's now 20 carries for Jaden Barnum on the ground, 38 yards.
Connor Wang on that tackle.
So second down and 10 for Brainerd. The Warriors started the year at 3-0 and then things kind of got pear-shaped with the homecoming loss to Sartell in week 4, and Brainerd has not tasted victory since. Here's a pass left side. There's a catch made, and the receiver is going to go up the sideline, and that's going to be enough for a Brainerd first down. Aiden Gilbert on the receiving end.
Yeah, Brett Meyer on the tackle. Pretty good coverage, but the receiver just used his height advantage.
Yeah, Aiden stands 6'3". He's a junior, and that pass completion is good for 16 yards. First down for the Warriors. That is the 8th of the game for Brainerd, and 6 have come through the air. 42-10 Alexandria in the third quarter. New ball carrier here, and he shifts around and picks up about 6 yards. That's Henry Goodwin on the carry for Brainerd.
Connor Anderson with yet another tackle. He's closing in double digits.
Yeah, that's right. You're mentioning his name a lot here in the second half.
He and Connor Wang.
Yeah. 2 very good Connors to have on the defensive side. Second down, 4 yards to go for Brainerd. Down to less than 2 minutes to go in period number 3. The Warriors scored first, but Alexandria has done the majority of the scoring since. Good snap back to Bo Schwartz. Has time. Now he'll step up. Now he's in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 30-yard line. And on a third quarterback sack of the night for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yep, that was Brody Hennessy. He's had a couple of those big tackles.
Again, our thanks to Quali Real Estate for bringing you our instant replays on our YouTube channel. That'll be a loss of about 5 there, so now it's 3rd down and 9 for the Brainerd Warriors. And Schwartz looking to throw. Pass is broken up and nearly picked off there by Alexandria.
Brett Meyer jumped that passing lane, and ball just went through his hands.
Yep, and if he does intercept that ball, he's got a lot of real estate in front of him there. He probably would have gone for the score.
Yeah, unless the turf monster would have got him.
Yes, well, let's hope not, but I guess we can only dream. But 4th down coming up, and again, Sawyer Rifflin to punt the ball away. One bright spot for Brainerd is that Riffle has continued to do well on special teams. He has a 35-yard field goal tonight, 4 punts averaging 43 yards. And now this one's going to take a side bounce and now a forward bounce for Brainerd and be down at the 27-yard line on the Warriors side of the field. And Alexandria will take over. Again, the Cardinals in command in this one, leading by a count of 42-10.
We got close to blocking that one.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that Alexandria would like to get...
There's a flag on the play. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we did not notice that. And we'll get the call here as to the violation. Oh, so the punt's not going to count for Riffle. And Jason Freed might have a decision here because it is offside on Alexandria. So now it'll be 4th down and 4. Again, you're down 32 points right now. Would you go for it on 4th and 4 on your own side of the field? I don't know if that's likely, but maybe if indeed Riffle's going to punt the ball away, maybe he gets a better punt off. But now the line of scrimmage will be the 36-yard line. Brainerd, by the way, on offense now 0 for 8 on 3rd down tonight and 0 for 1 on 4th down. It looks like the punting unit still ends, so we'll anticipate a Riffle punt. Snap a little bit high. He does plant his foot on the ball and gets a little bit of a higher kick, and a fair catch will be made. Ironically, at the 27-yard line, I think that's where the ball would have been put in play earlier, so it will be a punt of 37 yards. So the 5-yard penalty took 5 yards off of the Riffle punt, and the Alexandria Cardinals will come back out onto the field, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. I think Tim Oldenkamp, the public address announcer, about to announce to the audience here at Viking Bank Field about the Alexandria girls tennis team winning the Section 8 AAA championship on to state for the first time ever in program history. Here's a short pass, left side, catch made, and turning upfield is the receiver. And
Thomas Henricks on this one?
Yep. Thomas Henricks, so a pitch and catch there, gains about 9 yards.
See if we run another play. We're at the line of scrimmage. We don't have to run another play. The clock's running at about 15 seconds.
So second and short here for Alexandria, and Talon Witt keeps the ball himself, now shifts upfield. He's at the 45, midfield, down the sideline. He could go 20, 10, and he'll score right at the end of the third quarter with 1 second remaining. Talon Witt is going to go for another long touchdown run for the Alexandria Cardinals. That will end up being, I believe, a 64-yard scamper for Talon Witt and his second long scoring run of the night. And Alexandria builds on the lead right at the tail end of the third quarter. And now I think we're going to have a new place kicker coming in. This may be Andrew Rautkin to try the extra point. And a new holder as well, that being David Hendricks, Thomas's younger brother. Ball placed down, and the kick is up, and Andrew Rautk is able to put it through. So with 1 second to go in the third quarter, the Alexandria Cardinals now have a 49-10 lead. So a 21-point third quarter for the Alexandria Cardinals has put this game well out of reach. And the touchdown run for Talon Witt, that will be his second scoring run of the night. Unofficially now for Talon as a rusher, 169 yards in 8 carries and scoring runs of 64 and 80 yards. So the Cardinals will get this game into the fourth quarter and will likely have a faster moving fourth quarter as the mercy rule is in effect, as Alexandria has a 49-10 lead. 3 plays, 73 yards. Again, Talon Witt doing a lot on his own there with a 64-yard sprint. And now Ethan Carlson with
it's Andrew Rautk.
Oh, yep, that's right. Andrew Rautk with the kickoff here.
I think he had the last one, too.
Yep, and this high kick, it'll be fielded at the 25-yard line, and the Warriors will bring it out to about the 42, and that's going to end the third quarter. The fourth is next on our Leighton Media platforms, and through 3 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria leads Brainerd in varsity football 49-10.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
On the first play of the fourth quarter, Bo Schwartz feeds a short pass to running back Kyle Seardahl, and that's going to get about 3 yards, so it'll be second down and 7. Alexandria with the game in hand right now, so the mercy rule will be in effect as we get into the fourth quarter here, and the Cardinals leading 49-10. And I believe the running back Kyle Seardahl will carry the ball here. And it will be a third down and about a yard to go.
Carter Athey on that tackle, and the previous one, Rhett Granning and Miles Gray.
So Teams starting to bring in some different personnel with the game no longer in the competitive balance. Alexandria up by 39. Again, the mercy rule is once the lead is 35 or greater in the fourth quarter, time will continue to stop unless there are timeouts taken. Now, or if we have an injury. But we have a handoff here. Henry Goodwin is going to get the carry for the Brainerd Warriors, and he will barrel over the right side into Alexandria territory. It'll be a gain of about 5, and that is the Brainerd Warriors' first third down conversion of the night in attempt number 9.
Brody Hennessy with another tackle.
9th first down for Brainerd tonight. Alexandria, by comparison, with 15 first downs, but a lot of chunk plays in this ball game. Now here's a pitch left side. Seardahl gets it, and he'll move downfield, and that will be a pickup of about 4 yards. Forward progress will be given to the 41-yard line. Actually, gain of 5 there.
Kingston Huntley with that tackle.
So Alexandria bringing in some different players with the game in command. Alexandria will win a 6th straight game after a season-opening loss. Now a handoff. Goodwin gets it, tries the left side, navigates to about the 40, then gets spun and dropped to the turf. So it'll be third down forthcoming here for the Brainerd Warriors.
Jacob Lewine with that tackle.
Good to be announcing some different players that have been on the sideline for much of the night, now getting the opportunity to impress head coach Mike Empting and his assistants here in the fourth quarter to close out what will become an Alexandria victory. Third down and 5, and a fake handoff. Schwartz has it. Passes over the middle, almost intercepted. I think that was Riker Johnson who got his hands on the ball there, and he darn near got a pick. But great effort by Riker Johnson, however, an incomplete pass.
Brings up fourth down.
And again, the clock will continue to move as we are down to 8.5 minutes. So after we have the exchange here, we will go to a 30-second break. Looks like we're going to see Schwartz stay on the field. So Brainerd will go for it here on 4th down and 5. Now you've got Seardahl as the running back to the left. Snap a little bit low, but Schwartz handles it. He's going to fire right side. It's going to be incomplete. 30-second break along our Leighton Media platforms. Here in the fourth period, Alexandria leads Brainerd on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It's 49-10.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Buildings.
Alexandria takes over at the 41-yard line on the Cardinal side of the field, and Aiden Steffensmeyer is now in at quarterback. Tries to pitch it out to the right side for Owen Heinen, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, just a little bit too high there.
So second down and 10 yards to go. A number of other people on the field. I see Bennett Teaser is out there. I think Miles Gray is out there as a receiver.
Gavin Schroeder as well.
Yep, those are the three on the left side here for Alexandria. Ball on the right hash mark as the Cardinals go right to left. Here's a handoff, and Ty Miller was trying to get to the outside, and he is sent down to the turf. It'll be a loss of a couple of yards there, and third down coming up. Again, the mercy rule in effect here with Alexandria leading by 39. Just a reminder that you are listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. Audio also available through the Voice of Alexandria app. Thank you so much for listening and watching on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Our special thanks to our signature streaming sponsor. That happens to be Integrity Title of Alexandria. Aiden Steffensmeyer tries a pass to the left side. That ends up being incomplete. So 3 and out, and the punting unit will be coming in for the Alexandria Cardinals. And we'll have a different punter as well, I believe.
No, I thought I saw Talon. Yeah, Talon's out there.
Yeah, he is. That is correct. So Talon Witt has had a couple of punts tonight, averaging 41.5. And this time he gives up the football. Brainerd didn't have anybody back, so this one's going to be downed around the 11-yard line. So that ends up being a punt of 48 yards. Another 30-second break on our latent media platforms. We are in the fourth quarter, and on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, Alexandria leads Brainerd 49-10.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
Brainerd's gone to its backup quarterback here in the fourth period, and he will keep the football. And Malik Lauer is now in at quarterback, and he picks up about 6 yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
I had the tackle with Owen Ohlert.
Very good. So great to see a lot of other people getting into the game late here. Handoff, and the Warriors will run the football again. And the time moving very quickly here in the fourth quarter as Alexandria leads 49-10. I think the running back Goodwin got stopped for no gain there. It'll be 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Owen Ohlert was in on that tackle too.
3rd down and 4 yards to go now for the Brainerd Warriors. Again, Malik Lauer, the freshman quarterback, in for Brainerd. So both of their top 2 quarterbacks underclassmen. Pitch to the left side, the catch is made, and forward progress will be out beyond the first down marker here, so Brainerd will move the chains here. And I think it's going to be Seardahl, Kyle Seardahl with the reception there.
Talon Sinning, one of the tacklers.
So the ball now resting out at the 24-yard line after a 7-yard gain. And a first down, and now the Warriors will run the ball again. Seardahl's going to get about 10 yards on this carry here.
Riker Johnson with a tackle.
So Brainerd moves the sticks again as the ball now out at the 39-yard line. So another first down for Brainerd. Again, the clock on the move. Just barely 2 minutes remaining in the game as the fourth quarter has been played under the mercy rule. Alexandria 49, Brainerd 10. And here's a handoff, and Goodwin gets the carry here, and he'll turn upfield for a pickup of about 2 yards.
Riker Johnson along with Carter Athey.
Very good. So second down, 8 yards to go. Again, Brainerd showing a little bit of tempo here, but again, the outcome no longer in doubt as Alexandria is about to wrap up the outright NorthStar North District Championship here. Now the quarterback Lauer is going to roll to the left, and he is going to take it into Alexandria territory.
Bennett Teaser with that tackle.
So that'll be a first down for Brainerd. So the backups showing well for the Warriors as they work against the Alexandria backups here at the end of the game. And now we've got a pass completion. And I think the receiver there was Aiden Gilbert.
Brainerd took a timeout.
Yeah, so that's going to stop the clock with a minute and 16 seconds remaining. We hope you'll stay with us as you are leaving the stadium. Turn on your car radio and listen into the Jutner Motors postgame report. And, of course, if you're watching on our Voice of Alexandria YouTube channel, just stay right here. I would anticipate we'll be on the air for about 25 minutes or so after the game wraps up. Brainerd taking a timeout after a pass completion here to move to the Alexandria 33-yard line. So Brainerd will fall to 3-4, and it's not going to get a lot easier for the Warriors next week. Spring Lake Park will host Brainerd on Wednesday. Spring Lake Park going into this week undefeated on the season at 6-0, ranked ahead of Alexandria in the Class 5A rankings. Here's a pass right side, and is it going to be caught? It is, right along the sideline. Gilbert will be on the receiving end of the pass. That'll be good for about 13 yards there. So, first down for Brainerd. And the Warriors trying to get a score late in the game. Brainerd has been stuck on 10 points since the end of the first quarter. Now, here's another pitch left side, and I believe that will be caught in bounds, and I think Brainerd's going to take a timeout here. So, you know, got the opportunity to get some points late. Timeouts don't go home with you, so Jason Freed hoping to see his backups put one in the end zone here.
Yeah, it gives those kids a chance to move the ball, something to play for, and same thing with the Cardinal defense. They want to hold serve here as well.
Yep, 49-10, Alexandria in front. 40 seconds to go in the game, and Brainerd will have a first down and goal to go. So the Cardinals will be 7-1. They will also be traveling to the Twin Cities, as will Brainerd on Wednesday night. The Cardinals will go down to Plymouth, Minnesota, specifically Robbinsdale Armstrong High School. That will be a KXRA audio broadcast on Wednesday night. No live video Wednesday evening, as we'll be on the air for the radio coverage Wednesday night. 7 o'clock kickoff. Jutner Motors pregame show at approximately 6:30. Now the quarterback, Malik Lauer, stands in the shotgun, first and goal inside the 10. He's going to fire toward the end zone, and Gilbert's going to make the catch for a Brainerd touchdown. And that will be scored with 35 seconds remaining in the game. So Brainerd's backup offensive unit is able to put a score on the board. Pretty solid drive there by the Brainerd backups, going 89 yards for the touchdown. And now the Warriors, trailing 49-16, will go for 2. And here is a pitch, and Goodwin will tumble toward the end zone, and he is across for the 2-point conversion. So 49-18 becomes the score on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Again, a half a minute remaining in tonight's game. And Alexandria will take the football, probably put one knee to the turf, and finish off a victory. That will be a 10-play, 89-yard series with the backup quarterback, the freshman Lauer, getting the 10-yard touchdown pass to Gilbert. So, getting some information on some other scores. Moorhead no longer in the NorthStar North District. They play in the Metro West, and Moorhead hosted St. Michael Albertville tonight, and the Knights were able to come out on top. So Moorhead will get into the postseason right around that 500 mark. The Spuds with their first year in Class 6A football. Alexandria not only winning the district championship tonight, but in pretty much certain terms, getting that #1 seed for the Class 5A Section 8 football tournament. Brainerd will go to 3-4 with the impending defeat. Deep kickoff, it's going to go into the end zone, and Alexandria will take it at the 20. Again, just victory formation here to kill the clock and take home the W. So Alexandria will end up going 4-0 at Viking Bank Field during the regular season here. The one defeat by just 2 points to Chanhassen on opening night when the Cardinals battled back to take a 1-point lead in the last minute, and then Chaney went down the field and got a game-winning field goal to prevail 24-22. So the Cardinals went through September undefeated, and so far they have started October undefeated as well. And Aiden Steffensmeyer, I believe, will take one snap, and or do we have somebody different in? Yeah, I think we've got different personnel in here for Alexandria to close this one out. And the Cardinals will take the knee, and that will seal the deal. Aiden Steffensmeyer did kneel down to take the 2-yard loss, and that will consume the remaining time of tonight's game. All told, an effective performance for the Alexandria Cardinals. They get the win over their NorthStar North District rival, Brainerd Warriors. Final on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard reads Alexandria 49, Brainerd 18. The Cardinals have now won 6 consecutive games. Brainerd has dropped 4 straight games. So that's going to do it for our play-by-play. Be sure to stick around on our latent media platforms, including KXRA Radio and the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel. We will take a break and we'll return to start the Jartner Motors post-game report after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
For Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Campus of Alexandria Area High School, the Cardinals wrap up the NorthStar North District title and for all intents and purposes clinch the #1 seed for the upcoming Class 5A Section 8 football tournament, which will begin on October 21st. I think this outcome is going to put Brainerd into a situation where the Warriors may end up playing in the opening round in that quarterfinal game on the 21st of October, and then potentially the winner of that game between Brainerd and Sauk Rapids Rice would head to Alexandria on the last Saturday of the month. So as we start our Junkner Motors postgame report with Alexandria winning 49-18, Dave McClurg wishing you a good evening and bringing my broadcast partner Tim Zupfer back in. And Tim, all around very effective performance for the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, they get the balance on offense. They minimize the turnovers. I think they only had one on the night. They got some takeaways. Special teams blocked the field goal. I think a lot for Alexandria fans to like as they wrap up the district championship.
Yeah, they gave up a touchdown late with the reserves, and other than that, we give up a touchdown the first play of the game and keep them out of the end zone the rest of the way. There were times where Brainerd was able to pick up some big pass plays. Pretty much the Cardinals stuffed the run game. Most of the night, Brainerd did try to run it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarter with some success. So, as far as the number of points we gave up, I think we can be happy. The coaching staff can be happy with that, and certainly offensively, we were effective putting 7 touchdowns on the board.
That's right. The Cardinals scored 4 times in their first 5 possessions, built a 28-10 lead at the half, then came out and scored on their first 2 possessions of the second half, and then got a score right at the end of the third quarter to make it 49-10. And the Cardinals were never headed as they earned the victory to go to 6-1 on the year, wrapping up the NorthStar North District Championship with a final district record of 4-0. Brainerd wraps up district play at 1-3 in the NorthStar North. That was a win against Sauk Rapids very early on in the season, but Brainerd, again, on a negative roll right now, and things do not get easier for the Warriors. On a short week, they'll go down to play a state-ranked Spring Lake Park team in the Twin Cities, so Brainerd now stands at 3-4. As Tim mentioned, Brainerd got on top. The Warriors scored on the first offensive play of the night. Sophomore quarterback Bo Schwartz went up top. He was able to spot Kellen Ellingson working his way down the right sideline. The pitch and catch covered 65 yards, and 11 seconds into the game, after the extra point by Sawyer Riffle, Brainerd was up 7-0. But then Alexandria's first team defense only allowed a field goal over the remaining bulk of the game. When Brainerd scored his fourth quarter touchdown, both teams had reserves on the field at that point. Alexandria would score on back-to-back series for touchdowns. Brody Berg on a 1-yard run to cap off a 7-play, 80-yard drive. Talon Witt then scored on an 80-yard sprint of his own, shifting to the right of the offensive line, then finding open space in the middle of the field, and he would go the distance for an 80-yard score. And 2 Ethan Carlson extra points had Alexandria up 14-7, and we had barely played 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the game at that juncture. Sawyer Riffle would come back and get a field goal late in the first quarter. Brainerd was down by 4 at the quarter, 14-10. But then Alexandria scored 2 more touchdowns in the second period. Brody Berg on a 34-yard run. And then after a Riffle field goal attempt got blocked, Alexandria took over on the 37-yard line. It took 1 play for Talon Witt to find Thomas Hinrichs on a scoring pass over the middle, covering 37 yards. And Carlson added another extra point. And it was 28-10. That was the score at the half. The Cardinals got the ball to start the third quarter. After Brainerd did not recover an onside kick, Talon Witt connected with Mason Witt on a 44-yard scoring pass. The extra point was good. Then after Brainerd gave the football up, a pass was intercepted by Talon Witt in that area just beyond midfield. The Cardinals then got the offense back on the field. A 4-play, 66-yard drive followed. Talon Witt to Mason Witt covering 33 yards. Another Ethan Carlson extra point made it 42-10, and we were not yet midway through the third quarter. And then No further scoring until the tail end of the third period when Talon Witt ran one in from 69 yards out. So he had a couple of chunk plays running the football tonight. 69-yard scoring run. And Andrew Rauch came in to score the Cardinals' final point of the night, making the extra point. It was 49-10, Alexandria after 3 quarters. Nearly the entire fourth period was played under the mercy rule, but Brainerd would score with 35 seconds to go when backup quarterback, the freshman for Brainerd, Malik Lauer, was able to connect with Aiden Gilbert on a 10-yard scoring pass, and the 2-point conversion run by Henry Goodwin was good. That made the final Alexandria 49, Brainerd 18. Again, Alexandria now with 6 straight wins, Brainerd with 4 consecutive defeats. This is our post-game report brought to you by Jutner Motors of Alexandria. We're going to take a break, and then during our second and final segment of our post-game show, we'll go inside the numbers. We'll make our selections of players of the game. We'll note the Culver's play of the game, and much more straight ahead with Coach Z and yours truly, Dmac. But now, we enjoy these words on our late media platforms.
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Happy totals for the Alexandria Cardinal football team. NorthStar North District champions in 2025. Last year's Alexandria team that finished second in the state in the prep bowl in Class 5A. They didn't win the district championship last year. Moorhead ended up winning that district title on this field in week number 7, but different outcome here in 2025 as Alexandria gets the victory by a final score of 49-18. Welcome back again to our Jutner Motors post-game report, along with Tim Zupfer. I am Dmac, Dave McClurg. And Tim, being that it worked so well at halftime, I think I'll defer to you as we get into the statistical numbers here. You can share some time of possession info, and then I'm sure you've got a lot of people to mention who got tackles for Alexandria tonight.
We do. Thanks, Dave. Time of possession ended up swinging Brainerd's way into the fourth quarter there. It's a little bit skewed with the running clock, and Brainerd had 2 4-minute drives in that fourth quarter. So Cardinals had the time of possession advantage until that point, but actually ends up pretty close. The Cardinals just under 23 minutes time of possession, and Brainerd just under 24 for the game. A lot of players on my tackle sheet, led by Connor Anderson with 8 and Connor Wang with 6. I'm going to just kind of go down my sheet here with the rest of them. Jack Morris at 3, Adrian Miles 5, Evan Zabel 3, Blake Scholl 5, 3 for Aiden Schneiderhan, 3 for Brett Meyer, 3 for Rhett Granning, 1 each for Mason Witt and Talon Witt. 3 for Grady Starzel, 4 for Carson Getch, 4 for Brody Henderson, 2 for Ethan Carlson. He's our kicker, and he had 2 tackles on kick returns.
Okay.
Miles Gray with 1, Carter Athey 2, Kingston Huntley 1, Jacob Lewin 1, 2 for Owen Ohlert, 1 for Talon Sinning, 2 for Riker Johnson, and 1 for Bennett Teaser.
Very good. So some of the defensive numbers with tackles and things like that. I'll go through some offensive numbers. I don't have all of Brainerd's receiving stats complete here, so it's not that I'm ignoring them, it's that I don't have them tallied up. So we'll give you some general numbers as to who got catches for our guests tonight, but plays run from scrimmage tonight, Brainerd ran 55, Alexandria ran 47. Unofficial total yardage tonight, Alexandria 515, Brainerd 327. First downs on the night, this ended up being even because Brainerd had a couple of time-consuming drives in the fourth quarter with running time. 15 first downs aside. The breakdown on first downs, Alexandria had 8 first downs through the air, a total of 6 on the ground and 1 by penalty. Brainerd's first downs, the majority of them came through the air, 10, 4 rushing first downs for the Warriors, and 1 by penalty. Brainerd was a little bit more one-dimensional tonight. The 2 quarterbacks, the starter, sophomore Bo Schwartz, and the backup quarterback, the freshman Malik Lauer, combined to go 14 for 23 on the night, 269 yards and 1 touchdown. Starting quarterback Schwartz, 10 of 19 for 225 and 1 score. That was on the first play from scrimmage when he found Kellen Ellingson for that 65-yard touchdown pass. Ironically, Ellingson would catch only 1 other pass tonight, so 68 receiving yards for him. Brady Vanek ended up having a couple of catches covering 56 yards. Luke Merseth was able to have 3 receptions on the night for 77 yards. And then later on in the second half, running back Kyle Seardahl had a couple of receptions for 8 yards. And then actually, I think it was 3 receptions for Seardahl for 15 yards. And then Aiden Gilbert in the game late had 3 receptions for 37 yards, and he was able to score a touchdown for Brainerd. The backup quarterback, Lauer, ended up going 4 for 4 with 44 yards and the 1 touchdown pass. Brainerd did not really get its running game going. Schwartz was sacked 3 times by the Alexandria defense for a loss of 23 yards. Take that away, and Brainerd ran for about 80 yards on the ground. Jaden Barnum, the top ball carrier, 20 rushes unofficially for 38 yards in tonight's game. The Warriors turned the ball over once. That was a Schwartz interception that Talon Witt picked off in the third quarter. 5 punts for Sawyer Riffle tonight. He averaged 42 yards a punt. His poorest punt ended up being 37 yards in the second half. Penalties for Brainerd, 7 that were called on Brainerd. 5 were accepted by Alexandria. Yardage walked off was 47 yards. On third down, Brainerd was 2 for 11, and the Warriors were 0 for 2 on fourth down in tonight's game. Now the breakdown for Alexandria. 277 yards rushing, 238 passing for the total of 515. Talon Witt not only threw for more than 200 yards, he also ran for almost 170 yards. I think Talon ended up accounting for all-purpose yardage. He would end up with more than 400 on the night. Rushing the football, 8 carries for 169 yards and 2 scores of 64 and 80 yards tonight. Brody Berg, 8 rushes for 54 yards. He had touchdown runs of 1 and 34 yards in the first half of play. Jackson Waltzing, 7 carries for 58 yards. Then a couple of touches in the fourth quarter. Ty Miller, 1 rush for a loss of 2. And Aiden Steffensmeyer had the kneel down for a loss of 2 yards at the end of the game. Steffensmeyer went 0 for 2 passing the ball. Talon Witt, the starting quarterback, 14 of 20 for 238 yards, 1 interception. He offset that with 3 touchdown passes. His cousin Mason Witt was the favorite target tonight. Mason, 7 receptions for $153 and 2 scores. 2 receptions for 46 yards for Thomas Hinrichs and 1 touchdown. 2 receptions for Brady Gunberg for 15 yards. 1 catch for Brody Berg for 11 yards. 1 reception for Grady Starzl for 11 yards, and 1 catch for Miles Gray for 2 yards. So 14 completions for Talon Witt, and he was able to find 6 different receivers tonight in this game. Let's see. Other numbers, Talon Witt did attempt 3 punts tonight. He averaged almost 44 yards per punt with a long of 48. Alexandria committed 5 penalties for 35 yards. 4 of those were accepted by Brainerd in tonight's game. And then the late down efficiency, the Cardinals 3 of 8 on third down, 0 for 2 on fourth down. The scoring by quarters, it was Alexandria 14, Brainerd 10 after 1. The Cardinals outscored the visiting Warriors 14-0 in the second, 21-0 in the third, before Brainerd won the fourth period with the snowman on the board, 8, and Alexandria did not score in the fourth to make the final Alexandria 49, Brainerd 18. Now, as part of our Jutna Motors post-game report, we'll mention the players of the game, but first we'll start with the Culver's play of the game, and we go back to the first half when the game was reasonably competitive. Alexandria was up 21-10 in the second quarter, and Tim Zupfer, my broadcast partner, had a hunch that Alexandria might be able to block a kick, and Tim, I think you were clairvoyant, and the person that got his hand on the ball is the one who makes the Culver's play of the game, that being senior captain Evan Zabel.
Well, I'd seen him on Brainerd's first extra point. He had good penetration, and on the field goal, they got one nice and high and got it over the top of him, but he got in there on that third kick, and it was a longer field goal attempt, and yeah, that was an exciting play.
So Evan Zabel's blocked field goal, or block on the Sawyer Riffle field goal attempt, is our Culver's play of the game. Culver's of Alexandria, welcome to Delicious. And Evan, our defensive player of the game. Tim, what did you see out of Blake's performance?
Blake is really steady on defense, and I think I had him for 5 tackles this evening, but he also, he's part of that defensive line that does some of that run stopping, and he also has a lot of, I don't know that he got any of the sacks, but he certainly had some quarterback pressures that probably directed the quarterback into a couple of his teammates that did register some sacks.
So congratulations to Alexandria's Blake Scholl, one of the defensive linemen, being honored as our Quality Toyota Defensive Player of the Game. By the way, what's his number? It's number 10.
Yes.
Once worn by Fran Tarkenton with the Minnesota Vikings, by the way. Quality Toyota defensive, or actually offensive players of the game. Go over to the offensive side of the ball, and more than one number to share with you. why don't we go give you these numbers? It would be a good combination. 75, 54, 51, 66, and 72. That is tackle to tackle, the numbers of the Alexandria offensive line, identifying the players by name: Evan Zabel, Spencer Kleindl, center Brendan Behrens, Jensen Martinson on the right side, along with Jack Morissette. Those 5 players all together will be our Quality Toyota offensive players of the game, and great to recognize them because, again, Alexandria gets more than 500 yards of offense. A lot of that is with the first-team offense on the field in the first 3 quarters, and, they've I know that Jason Freed, the Brainerd head coach, was impressed by Alexandria's defensive line, and some of those guys play on the offensive side of the ball as well. But why is Alexandria such an effective, balanced offensive unit? We probably don't give Spencer Kleindl and Jensen Martinson and Brendan Behrens and Jack Morissette and Evan Zabel enough credit for what they do in the trenches, but it's great to recognize them here.
That unit has gotten stronger all season long. They're opening up. So, you look at our rushing stats the last few ball games, and those guys are opening up the holes there. Tonight, I think I was even more impressed with their pass blocking, as in addition to what they were able to do in the run game. Talon had plenty of time to throw, even on some of the plays where he was not able to find a receiver. He did have enough time. It's just that the Brainerd defensive backs did a pretty good job covering our receivers on those plays.
Yeah, Talon wasn't touched by the Brainerd defense really until after he got rid of the football. No sacks tonight, and again, the offensive line helps to make that possible. So 5 Quality Toyota offensive players of the game. The starting interior line, tackle to tackle, left to right: Evan Zabel, Spencer Kleindl, Brendan Behrens, Jensen Martinson, and Jack Morissette. So, Tim, one more regular season game to go. That will be down in the Twin Cities on Wednesday night. It'll be my first visit to the Armstrong High School campus in more than 40 years. I was a senior at the cross-district rival Robbinsdale Cooper High School when I was in their gymnasium for a basketball game that winter before Christmas, and I've not been to Robbinsdale Armstrong ever since. But we get to make the trip there as Armstrong and Alexandria actually play each other for a second consecutive year.
Yeah, I think it's been a number of years ago, but in a couple of back-to-back years, we played Robbinsdale Armstrong. It probably would have been, it might be going on 20 years ago now, but I do remember attending one football game at that stadium.
Very good, and that will be an audio-only broadcast on Friday night. Host schools, when we look to go on the road to do live video streaming, do have the opportunity to accept or refuse our video presence there. Unfortunately, this year we had 3 different schools where Alexandria is the visiting team that said, please do not bring your videographer. It could be that the host school has their own video production and they would like to steer the attention to that. But we will be there to do the radio call on Wednesday night. Alexandria at Armstrong for a 7 o'clock game. The Jockner Motors pregame show will be on the air at 6:30. Before we do wrap up, Tim, I don't know if you're checking certain scores. I know I'm checking a baseball score.
That's what I've been checking.
I believe they're deep into the late innings out in Seattle, and nobody has the lead. So that might be going right down to the wire here.
Yeah, there's already 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, 2-2.
Yep, and that is the deciding 5th game of the series between Detroit and Seattle. The winner of that game will head to Toronto, Ontario, Canada to begin the American League Championship Series on Sunday. The National League Championship Series will begin on Monday, and at this point we don't know the firm matchup there because Milwaukee and the Chicago Cubs will play Game 5 of the NLDS tomorrow evening at American Family Field in Milwaukee. That game will start shortly after 7. My cousin Judy Davis down in Illinois and I are at odds here. She is a diehard Cubs fan, partial season ticket holder. Go Cubs, go for Judy's perspective. But I'm a member of the Brew Crew here. I want to see Milwaukee come out on top. They're a team that I've come to enjoy watching over the last several years, whether it's Craig Counsell leading the team, now Pat Murphy. Murph, as he's known over in Milwaukee, and obviously they had the great Bob Euchre as their play-by-play guy. And Bob unfortunately passed away at the age of 90 during the offseason here. He was recognized over during the Brewers opening day, March 31st, when I was on hand at American Family Field to watch the game against Kansas City. And who knows, maybe the Brewers can find a way to get the job done for Uke in his memory. But it's Milwaukee and Chicago tomorrow night for Game 5 of the NLDS. And one other sports note we wanted to share, and really some happy news from Sartell, Minnesota, where the Alexandria girls tennis team made some history earlier tonight.
Yeah, what a fantastic season for them, and it'll continue next week in the state AAA tennis tournament. Cardinals beat it was Monticello today.
Elk River.
Elk River 4-3.
Yeah, and Elk River handed Alexandria a 6-1 loss down in Elk River on September 20th. It was the day after Alexandria beat Elk River in the homecoming football game, and then the girls tennis team played 3 matches down in Elk River, and the one loss in the regular season was to the Elks, 6-1. But kudos to the Alexandria girls tennis team on flipping that script around and finding 4 points against a really good Elks team. But congratulations to Nick Jansen and the Alexandria girls tennis team. What a season to remember for Cardinal tennis. First ever Central Lakes Conference Championship in the league's 49th season, and now a first ever bid for state, and the Cardinals punched that ticket. And later on in October, Alexandria will compete at the Baseline Tennis Center on the University of Minnesota campus in Minneapolis in the first ever Class AAA State Girls Tennis Tournament. This is the first year with 3 classes in girls tennis after we had 2 classes in the sport for the previous 48 years. Tim, great to connect with you again. I'll look forward to visiting with you on Wednesday when we make the trip to Plymouth, Minnesota.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Short week for the short week of preparation for the teams and for us, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to finishing off the regular season. Hopefully the Cards can keep that winning streak going, and then just right around the corner, tournament time.
That's right. And what we do know with Alexandria winning the district championship here, the Cardinals will get a first-round bye, and Alexandria likely locking up the number 1 seed for the Class 5A Section 8 football tournament. So Alexandria's first playoff game would be on Saturday, October 25th. I believe that's 2 weeks from tomorrow, the 25th. Then Alexandria will be at home, and it could very well be a team like Brainerd might be in Alexandria for that game coming up later on in October. Brainerd with the defeat now stands at 3-4, and Alexandria with the win is at 6-1. My thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage that helped to make this evening's broadcast possible. Special thanks to Jartner Motors for sponsoring our post-game report. Our play-by-play schedule will resume on Tuesday night. You'll be able to enjoy on our latent media platforms, including KXRA Radio and our Voice of Alexandria YouTube channel online. Alexandria versus Buffalo in the Section 8 AAA Boys Soccer Championship match. That will be a 7 o'clock match Tuesday night. Pregame show on the air at 6:30. And then the night after that, back to the metro area for Alexandria versus Robbinsdale Armstrong in football from Armstrong High School in Plymouth, Minnesota. 7 o'clock game. The Wednesday game will be KXRA audio only. No live video streaming on our latent media platforms Wednesday